All right, all right, cool, man. Hey, welcome to another episode of Is We Poddin. I'm your host tonight, Ty. You might hear some people refer to me as Thanos. You know what I'm saying? Discord name. We got our first, our first guest, man. First guest that we've had on the show. Before we introduce our guests, I want all the pod members to give a brief intro. What's your name? Where you from? Real quick.
All right. This double L Louisiana Lucha, Uptown 17. Holly Grove, we in y'all, man. It's We Poddin Podcast, man. What's up with y'all?
All right. Yo, other brothers.
Robbie?
Damn, I thought Cujo was gonna say
Well,
something. Never mind. You
Go
already
ahead.
know, man. You already know what it is. It's Phil Will, Mobile, your favorite neighbor's favorite neighbor. And all I want to say is, I wish I could kill you and bring Left Eye back.
Damn.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus.
One of them nights, huh?
Jesus Christ. That was what? It's layers. It's layers there. All right. Also, one thing. One more thing. One more thing for somebody else introduce himself. Quick shout out. I know we don't do too much sports on the podcast, whatever like that, but I just want to shout out to my alma mater, Auburn University, baseball team. Made it to the College World Series. Won the first game in like 50 some years. You know what I'm saying? Was picked last in, you know what I'm saying, in a division and all that, and to come out through all that and make it to ESPN and all that type shit. It was crazy. Excellent run. I'm proud of them boys. Great job. War damn Eagle.
Shout out to them, man.
it's Marabi, Jersey shit. What up?
All right.
Yo. Yeah, y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
Yup,
you
you're
good.
good, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. It's Cujo, man, back once again, man. Jersey in the building. Let's get it
Big
poppin'.
Jers.
Always.
Right.
Shout out to Georgia.
Boom, Cal. Can y'all unmute or y'all busy? Okay. That's cool. Well, we got two other brothers, man. My boy King Cal out of Florida, my boy Boom out of ATL via by way of Indiana / Cali. You know what I'm saying? We got a special episode tonight, man. Just a brief like context for people just now tuning in or just now getting hit to the show. We actually all met here on Discord, which is originally designed for gaming purposes, right? But there's all different types of chat rooms and servers that you can get into. If you're into homemaking, you can get into that. You know what I'm saying? If you want the LGBT community tip, you know, they got service for that. We're not on that over here, though. You know what I'm saying? We all met on a battle rap server, a battle rap platform. You know what I'm saying? We basically took the illest people from that battle rap platform, or most of them, and we came over here, started our own thing, started recording our mic up sessions, our conversations. You know what I'm saying? So we are battle rap fans at heart. You know what I mean? But we cover all different types of things here. You know what I'm saying? We got a league in the house, man. They've been doing their thing, man. The last 4 years I've been on Discord, man. These brothers been grinding, working hard. Arguably the top audio battle rap league in existence. We got my man Dave and King, man. Please introduce yourselves.
King? Yo. Salute. Appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all already know, man. This King representing EBL. I mean, half the owner. Got my man Dave here. Dave, what up?
What's the word? I just want to make a quick correction. We're not arguably the best. We are the best. Let's get that out there. Right?
Yeah, I didn't want to chime in on that, but let's go.
Okay, let's get it. And if y'all could, Dave, could you do me a solid, man? Could you introduce? I know you brought some guests with you, bro. Could you introduce some of the people that you brought with you tonight?
Well, all right. So we got Commodity. You know, he's like he's the guy that runs our streams and everything else. Our producer pretty much does hella great work all the time. We got Kimu, always been a supporter and everything. Shout out Kimu. Then we got two females we got two female special guests with us. We got Key AV. She just recently had a battle on EBL versus Rashad the God. She did very great. Shout out to Key. Y'all go check that out when y'all have an opportunity. And then we also have Miss Neptune in the building. She's from Best of the Best. We're actually going to be battling
She actually
battling
from We
them.
Go Hard. She from We Go Hard, but she
We
representing
go hard.
Jag.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she representing Jag's team on this best of the best. That we gonna kick their ass this Friday. Make sure everybody's in the building. But shout out to Jag and shit.
Right on, right on.
Spaces?
Oh, go ahead, Marvin.
Yo, King, you funny.
Yo, is that on Spaces or Discord?
They'll be on Spaces.
Okay.
Okay. Dave, if you don't mind, man, while we getting situated here, could you please post the links to Key's battle in the chat for brothers who's, you know what I'm saying, in the server, just in case they haven't checked it out. You know what I'm saying? They might want to spin the block and go check that out.
I got
We'd
you. Give me
appreciate it, man.
1 second.
All right, we're gonna start off this first half of this gonna be kind of basically like an interview. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna give the listeners, you know what I'm saying, some context of like where you guys are coming from, the history. So King, I was wondering, man, could you break down the history of EBL in your own words? You know what I'm saying? What year you guys got started? You know what I'm saying? How long y'all been in the game? What's like some of your goals? Like what's some setbacks you guys may have had since you
And what
started?
made you want to do this anyway? What made you want to do it anyway? Like, to your question, Thanos, what made you want to do all this shit anyway? To even start any of this?
Or Dave, I see.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead, King. Yep.
All right. Well, first off, we're gonna keep it all the way 100. Like, when I came into the Discord, I was just a fan. Just like, you know, I've been watching battle rap forever. I'm still a fan. I've been watching battle rap since. Let me see. What was my first battle I watched? I think my first battle I watched was Mook and Sirius Jones. I think, or maybe I'd seen a couple before that. But like I said, I was just a fan. I discovered Discord through Rome. Everybody know Rome, right? Rome DMV. All right. Rome put a lot of niggas on Discord, whether you like them or not. However you feel about them, that's on you. But he definitely put a lot of people on Discord, so I became just a member of his Discord community. And niggas was battling on there, but they wasn't getting the right exposure that they deserved. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a group of niggas in here. We used to just come in here and battle. And then me and Dave one day decided to make a YouTube and let people hear some of these dudes, because a lot of these dudes was nice, you know what I'm saying? And then it's another outlet for some people that don't like live battles, or you know, some people got stage or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? You come on Discord, you know what I'm saying? Not only can you come on here and battle, it's a place where no matter where you at, we have people in Canada, we have people in Bosnia, everywhere that came to EBL and battled. So basically, we was just an outlet giving people the opportunity. Like I said, I never planned on being a league owner. You know what I'm saying? The story of EBL should have taken forever for me to break this down. But it was just basically Rome had some shit going on in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? He really ain't really care for it because he was managing Twerk at that time. He didn't give the guys too much shine. So me and Dave was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do our own thing. We made our YouTube. You know what I mean? We went our separate ways and we continue to push the dudes. We changed the name to EBL and we grinded from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? 4 years, 5 years.
Now, out of all the people that have battled on your platform that literally started off on Discord, who are some ones that maybe have gone on to do some other things, maybe quote unquote like elevate onto like actual, you know what I'm saying, like face-to-face battle platforms? Like who are some names that you could name?
All right, so
you got it. You want me to get?
Yeah, I mean, if I leave anybody out, you could go ahead and hold me down. But I think we have Villa Battle Live, K Slim, KTL. Shout out to KTL. If y'all know KTL, he was part of y'all remember back then he had the Outsider Media Group. I don't know if y'all remember that. Do y'all remember that back in the days when we first started? Yeah, it was him and 540 Dre. I don't know if y'all remember that, but they had a Discord. It was Outsider Media. So KTL used to be. Oh, I think KTL was RWW back then too. I think so. I don't remember, but it's so old. But anyway, he was you know, a blogger on here doing his little media shit, and I gave him his first battle. Now he battles live as well. He done been in a gauntlet. The Midnight Madness gauntlet, he was on that. Landini, you know what I'm saying? He was also on that. Started on Discord. The Appa's done started on Discord and now out there. I know y'all know Appa. He be out there cooking right now.
Right.
All Burrow. The names is crazy, Miss Petty. There's so many people that come on Discord and they just cooking live now and doing their thing. So
right.
You got JR's on it out there. Kareem,
oh yeah, JR. It's a lot of names.
Do some of these guys, have they just like kind of became divas and forgot about EBL, or do they still come back and show y'all love? Like,
no, you know what? A lot of these dudes show love and gratitude is because of the it's because of the relationship we build with these dudes. Like I try to tell dudes, it's different with EBL. Like they don't understand like why we have longevity and it's different with us. It's because we more of a family. Like these dudes, you know that Thanos. How long I know these dudes? Like years. I done went to these dudes' houses. I done chill, ate dinners with. You know what I'm saying? In the crib. You know what I'm saying? We done went to events. All that. Like these is my guys. So it's different. So no matter where they go, I want to see them do good. That's the plan, right? The plan is to make sure that. That's a fact. Yo, look, the plan is to see them elevate. Go to the URL and go where they gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And I never want to stop them from getting to where they gotta get to. As long as they all show love, and when I call them, they come through, and they still battle in EBL, and it's all love. So it's all good.
Right on.
Let me ask you something, King. Got it.
Go ahead.
What's like the toughest obstacle you had to overcome becoming a battle rap league owner? One of the toughest things that you had to do.
You know, coming from from where nobody knows you, it's just letting people know that we mean business. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, coming up, we see leagues all the time come up, and then nobody remembers them. Oh, you got a league now? Yeah, okay, sure. Saying your work got to show. So it was just a lot of nights of no sleeping, making cards. You know, when we came out, we were doing 2 events a month all the time. Like, so it was just that. And then, the more work and the more success that came with what we was doing, a little hate came with it. But, hate come with the success. Like, if you ain't getting no hate, you ain't doing nothing right. You know what I'm saying? So
Talk to him.
Talk to him with it. Yeah,
talk to him
with it.
That's a fact.
I got a question for y'all. Now, there's been a couple times for those of us who are in Discord, who have been in Discord, we've obviously attended several EBL events over the years, right? We've seen some names come through there, Dave, King. We've seen like the Sagas and the A-Wards, the Chef Trezes, people, C3, we've seen like some really well-known seasoned, Danny blesses y'all platform a lot, right? We've seen a lot of seasoned veteran battle rappers come through there. Now here on We Poddin, we keep it 100, right? We don't sugarcoat, we don't water it down. Out of the more well-known battle rappers, who have been some of the most difficult people for you guys to work with? Some people that you guys were kind of taken aback or shocked by, like, okay, I didn't know you was really like that, low key behind the scenes. Like,
to be honest, none of them. They've always been respectful and showed love.
Okay.
We tell them, this is what we can afford to, book you. Then they agree or disagree, and that's pretty.
And I'm gonna keep it 100. And some dudes that I know, like to not approach like unless I know that I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Like unless I know that my resume good. Like, yo, I got to show them. Like, yo, check this out. Like right now, I can come up to pretty much anybody and holler at them and be like, listen, check out. Look, we've had all these people on the platform. You know what I'm saying? And that helps a lot. You know what I mean? In the beginning, when we ain't really had nobody bless us, you know what I'm saying? And thank God, for the niggas that gave us opportunities like the Danny Myers and the A-Wards and the Losos and people like that when we didn't have nobody, they'll come through and bless us. They make it a lot easier now when I come up to a battle and I be like, yo, listen, we don't have this guy and this guy. They be like, all right, cool. It's easy now. But back then, you know what I'm saying? It was just, listen, it was just a pitch. Whether you believe in what I'm doing, if you believe in what I'm doing, let's do business. If not, it's okay. I listen. Look, if you don't want to do something, that's fine. It's all good to say no, and I'll come back another day with a better product, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe we could work.
That is a whole fact. Me and King have had plenty of stories where we've hit people before and they'll be like, nah, then he'll be like 6 months later, they hit him. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll do it. Like, it's hilarious.
Now, obviously, dealing with people in any kind of business, right? There's going to be disagreements and things of that nature behind the scenes, and then this being like Discord, which is a social media platform, a lot of this stuff tends to spill out publicly, right? So, how do you guys handle conflicts amongst some of the people that you may sign on to do an event? Maybe they no show, or maybe they're ducking somebody that's been calling them out, you know what I'm saying? Or they have little face-offs and it goes a little bit too far. Brothers start dropping the addy, you know what I'm saying? Those type of situations, man. How do you guys handle those conflicts?
Go ahead, Dave.
I mean,
answer this, or I got.
And when it comes, okay, I'll answer part of the question. Like when it comes to folks not showing up to battles or like calling out on battles or like on last minute stuff, we just most of the time we don't really address it in front, like in front of people. We'll mostly like pull them to the side and then discuss things. Then we really don't do a lot of shit in front of the camera. We're more
like, look, we don't heard people say we should,
right,
penalties or some shit or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, look, I let a person, everybody get an opportunity, bro. You hang yourself here. So if you show yourself, you burnt yourself, bro. And that's all it is. Like, I really don't have time, especially now, to waste on shit like that. Like, no matter where you look, and it don't matter how many years you've been in the game. Look at the URL. Look at Queen of the Ring. Look at the shit that goes on. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how long. You can't really stop the no-shows and the niggas that bullshit. And you know what I mean? Like, I mean, us as league owners, we got to continue with the mission, bro. We got to continue with the show. If a nigga no-show, we got to maneuver around it. And we always got like shit lined up just in case. Like sometimes we might have a battler in the cut with a round ready just in case somebody, you know what I'm saying, no shows or do something like that. We got them ready. But in battle rap, you can't really control that.
I got a question for you, King. Just piggybacking off of your answer, can that be discouraging sometimes, King? Because I know you're really passionate about battle rap. Can that be discouraging when you see somebody who's really, really talented, like that they're talented, but they don't seem to want to do anything with their talent? They're just kind of wasting away, constantly no showing. You know what I'm saying? Can that be discouraging for you just as a human being?
Yo, it's crazy to say that because I don't want to mention no names, but everybody in here probably knows who I'm talking about. And I don't want to put him on blast, but I did so much for this dude, and he's super talented. Yeah, and it's just not one dude. I feel like that for a few guys, man. Like, yo, bro, you guys, you know what I'm saying? I can take you as far, like, look, I can take you to the door, but you gotta walk through that motherfucker. You gotta put in that work.
Discouraging.
Like, and I've definitely put in a lot of work, and sometimes it made me feel like, damn, fuck, like I do all this work, and sometimes it's like, yo, do these niggas even appreciate it? You know what I'm saying? But I gotta keep moving, man. I can't stop doing what I do because at the long run, when with the people that do appreciate it and they come up to me and they be like, yo, King, man, you don't know what you done, yo. You changed my life with this battle rap shit. Like, yo, that's a good feeling. So I do it for that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what's up. We had that same discussion with the podcast, right? Like we obviously brand new, kind of in our baby stages, you know what I'm saying? But we just trying to make sure everybody, is on the same page and has the same vision for what we see this becoming, you know what I'm saying? So it's really encouraging to hear that coming from league owners, you know what I mean? That you guys have dealt with that same issue before, you know what I mean? Commodity.
King, would y'all hold on. One more. I got a follow up. King, would y'all, speaking to all that, and I love it, would you guys ever want to put on a in-person event? Ever? Has that ever been in the talks? Have you ever thought about that? Trying to put on something that's in person, like a EBL event with the guys. I mean, I know that's big thinking, but has it ever been?
We've actually been trying to do that for like the past couple months. Due to like, cause EBL, since we are audio league, you know what I'm saying, we every fucking where, we're scattered all over the place, you know what I'm saying, in all these states. So we got something coming up in August in Harlem against Bar You to Death. I don't know if you guys heard about that league. But yeah, we're gonna be battling them in August. So yeah, that'll be our
That's
first live
dope.
one.
That's a dope look. That's dope.
Big
Well,
fact.
especially being in person, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
commodity. I was one. Go ahead, King.
Real quick, like also I got I with this audio shit, like, it's opened up so many doors for me. Like I got so much plugs with league owners right now. So like I battle, like Lex and them. Shout out to Lex. You know what I'm saying? Lex is the homie. So usually everybody that comes from, if I can't book them live or doing anything live, I send them over there and they
Right.
go. You know what I mean? Battle and I battle with Lex and them. That's why there'd be a lot of Discord dudes going on I battle first. You see a lot of them making their debuts over there.
Right.
Yeah, salute to Lex. I like the fact
That's
that Lex
hard.
likes to give new people opportunities.
Yeah, Lex is the homie.
All right. Y'all have mentioned commodity being involved with doing a lot of the sound and stuff. I was wanting to see if we could hear from him for a little bit. Commodity, if you could unmute and just tell us how you got involved with Dave and King, and you know what I'm saying. What's your role over there in EBL?
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
So, I mean, pretty much I just do the audio engineering. I make the visuals. At the end of the day, like that's my passion is just making everything sound right. You know, if everybody gets to focus on what they're good at, battlers
Right.
just get to, because I actually started a league and King's everywhere on Discord. I think it was
Right.
about my second or third event. And he comes in here dropping, emojis in the chat, big eyeballs. What's going on over here? And I'm like, yo, we over here running a league. We got a bunch of rappers and shit like that. We're trying to battle and shit. And so basically, after that, I mean, we just been like thick as thieves since then. Like I told that motherfucker that damn, like, yo, you just made a new best friend, homie. I got tons of battlers. So at the end of the
Right.
day, like I still run my league, but
Right.
like EBL is kind of more my home than my own league when it
Right.
really like goes through the wash because I spend more time working on that. I feel like there's still a place for my league to continue to move on and kind
Yeah.
of give people even like a lower stepping stone to the next stepping stone to the next to the stage and so forth. So
Okay. Follow up question, commodity. You not being a league owner as far as like EBL, right? So you've seen these two guys work together. You've seen them, I'm sure disagree or go back and forth, come back together, resolve things, reconcile. What on your viewpoint, like what has been like the evolution of EBL? Like what does that look like since you've been involved? Like what are like some of the highs and some of the dips that you've seen just being involved with the sound?
I mean, I think what makes it like work is that it's really authentic. So
Okay.
most of
Okay.
the people that you talk to, like you don't, it's a kind of a different community. So you get to actually see and like have these conversations. You're gonna hear angles, like certain things you hear in a battle. It's gonna hit different when you hear it compared to just somebody randomly, clicking on the channel, like certain angles, certain storylines. So obviously it evolves. Like what to me, what I enjoy the most is watching like the battlers evolve, like people
Right.
getting better confidence, like even it's audio, but you can still catch that stage presence and how people project themselves. Like when I'm hearing a battle, I'm over here listening to it 3 times. I'm listening to it through the actual live recording, and then I'm
Right.
listening to it through what I'm actually spinning towards YouTube, and then I'm on a third listening to. So I can't always catch everything. I got to go back. Like I'm just making sure everything's clear and everything's peaking at the right levels. Like
Right on. Okay. Dave, I got a question I specifically want you to answer, bro, if you don't mind.
Okay.
There's always been this kind of weird divide in battle rap, even in hip hop in general, I would say, with like street culture versus like nerd culture, right? So, there's always been like a back and forth between URL and, King of the Dot fans. You know what I'm saying? Like King of the Dot is more, miracle, lyrical, syllable, multi-syllable, fillable, that type of rhyme pattern and rhyme schemes. A lot of people that you wouldn't necessarily consider street seem to go over there and prosper, whereas URL has been known for kind of keeping it more street oriented, with like the drug talk and the gun bars and things of that nature. I've noticed over the years, EBL has always seemed to kind of embrace both, right? In your opinion, where do you stand with that? Like as far as just with EBL and how you guys view different styles of battling or different styles of rapping and the people, like their backgrounds, you know what I'm saying? Do you ever take that into consideration? Like, oh, he's not really like a gangster guy, or he's not really a street dude, or that dude's just a nerd. Like, does that ever like kind of has that ever been like a conscious decision on the part of you and King, or have you guys just always let everybody rock?
When it comes when King is making certain matchups, that kind of plays a factor. Like, you know, there's certain people like, I'm not gonna match this person against this person because I know it's gonna sound crazy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like, as so far as like you said, merging the street culture and the nerd culture, that's one of
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of our strengths too. Is like we can bring that
Mm.
divide. We can bring that divide to one spot because it's
Right.
still audio, so like you don't have to visualize whoever the person that's rapping. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Very dope. Now, y'all brought 2 female battle rappers with y'all tonight, correct?
Yes.
Key and Neptune, if y'all don't mind unmuting. I got some questions for you ladies as well. How y'all doing?
Hi.
Hey, how
Welcome
y'all
to the
doing?
pod. Welcome to the pod. I had a question now. Me, just to give y'all context. Me personally, I've always been a very big advocate of female battle rap since 2012. I got turned on the Queen of the Ring back in 2012. Just my reasoning is I always viewed hip hop as like the voice of the oppressed. You know what I mean? And I feel like we've kind of gotten away from that over the years. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with females, especially like female MCs of color, I feel like you guys are dealing with like a double whammy, right? Like not only are you of color, but you're also female. You have a sexist element that you have to deal with. Could both of you tell me some of your influences as far as what got you into rapping and writing, and also what have been some of the pushbacks that you guys have dealt with as female MCs in this culture?
I
Key, you wanna go?
can go. It was just random. Like it was random one day. Like my Twitter friends that I met, they set up a random card, and then that was my first time like ever like battling audio wise. I've like done a one of those where you send in your oh my goodness, you send in your bars, and then like the other person sends in their bars, and then like the judges pick like that. But yeah, it was just random for me. And as a female, like I haven't seen too many setbacks because I'm new and I'm just starting. But like I
Right.
hate like you're like, oh my goodness, she said this shit that was crazy for a female. Like that should be bothering me. But I've
Right.
mostly battled men. I've only had one other female that I've battled, but I treat these
Mm-hmm.
like niggas. I'm not finna come in there
Mm-hmm.
battle whatever. I'm
Okay.
do like a nigga. I'm finna beat your ass. That's it.
Right. Okay. I definitely respect it. Definitely, you know what I'm saying, could respect that because that's what it's about, right? Competition. You know what I'm saying? Who's got the best style? Who's got the best bars? You know what I mean? Key, if you don't mind, follow up. Could you please answer the question? You know what I'm saying? What have been some of the setbacks you've seen being a FemC, and also who were some of your influences that got you into rapping / writing?
Okay. I first started watching battle rap with Queen of the Ring. My first battle ever I watched was Shayna, Ashley, and Misfit. And once I seen, like, oh yeah, this get crazy. And then
Right.
I watched Charlie Clips and like the Hitmans and all that. So Charlie Clips
Mm-hmm.
and her from my 1A 1B, they really inspire me. And 40 Bars is my favorite female battler. Like,
Talk about it. Talk about it. Yeah, talk about that.
Man.
Let's get into that. Let's expound on that. Yeah,
she
keep
is
going.
favorite female battler. Like she just
Boy, you done got this nigga started now.
Whoa, man. Fuck.
Thanos just became
I'm gonna hold
your
my tongue.
biggest fan now.
Nah,
Thanos just
let
became
me
your
mute
biggest
up,
fan
bro.
now.
Keep going. Hey,
I'm
don't
gonna say
listen to these
something I don't
brothers,
want
man.
to
That
say. Let me mute up,
they're a little
man.
disgruntled. Key, just
Nah,
keep
but
going. You was on
yeah,
fine.
I'm with you though. I agree with you. Go ahead, do your thing.
she's the best female battler, and she's battled so many guys. Like she's up
Right.
there in the men's pen. I also hate when they be like, oh my goodness, she battles so good. Like she battled like a nigga. That should be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
To battles good, but she's battled
Right.
a lot of
Right.
men. Prove that her
That's a
pen
fact.
crazy. Like she even kept up with Daylight. She arguably beat Daylight. It's a debatable. Like 40 really is like, yeah, I can beat anybody because you feel me. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
I mess with that. 40 is definitely like on my Mount Rushmore, personal
Can
Mount
I
Rushmore.
ask? Can I
One of
add
my
something to
favorites.
what you just said?
Go ahead, boom.
The battle like a nigga part. Um, Me personally, like I said, I'm not a woman, so I can definitely understand if you're offended by that. But I actually think that's a compliment. You know what I'm saying? Coming from a man when they hit you with the nah, she up there talking like one of the guys, like she like one of the niggas. Like I don't think it's not something to be frowned upon. This is just a perspective, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's something to be frowned upon. Like it's really like a badge of honor, honestly. Like rap is so competitive. It is the most competitive genre in music. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, there's a certain level of masculinity that you need to be able to convey or get across, even if you're a female. And if you find a way to be able to do that and convince niggas, you know what I'm saying, in a sport that is deemed more so like a gladiator, you know what I'm saying? This is like a gladiator realm that you in, you know what I'm saying? So when they say, nah, she battled like a nigga, you really being put on the highest pedestal that you, in my opinion, that you really can be put on as a
Right.
female MC. You know what I'm saying? It's not to discredit you as a woman. It's more so to honor you and be like, no, she can get up there because you're not a man at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So for
Right.
you to be able to remove from the man's thought process uh, that, yo, she's up there really neck. No, let me pause. Let me pause that. That was gonna sound crazy. He's a he was. I didn't complete the sentence though, but I'm
Go.
gonna pause it anyway. But nah, but when you up there really like level, you know what I'm saying, with someone who appears to be or assumingly should be the aggressor, and you're able to match your bars against that, I think it's a compliment. Like you said, I'm glad you said 40 bars. I just didn't want to get Thanos started, but I'm a 40 bars fan as well, and I do believe that she is the best, and I think she gets that a lot. But that's the reason why she's so respected in the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She may not have the popularity of a Miss Hustle or um whoever
She,
else or
Yeah.
Jazz the rapper,
I
but
do that.
niggas
The
know.
biggest female battle rapper. I don't care about none of that shit. She's the most viewed female battle rapper, the biggest female battle rapper. You think about
We
female
all
battle rapper, about 40 bars. I ain't having it.
Talk talk to him, Key. Talk to him, Key.
Hey, I ain't
Talk
I
to
ain't
my
mad
brother
at
Lucci, man.
I
Talk
ain't
to
mad at
Lucci.
it.
Yeah. Boom is with you, Key.
Yeah, I'm
Talk to
with
Lucci
Boom
though. He
because
needs a talking to.
we all know female like I mean in real life I know females that fight like men, so I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I respect that too. If a man say some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Neptune and Key, I got one more question pertaining to you guys' roles as film.
When they answer the question, and you know,
Oh, my bad.
go ahead. Now.
About influences. Yeah, you're right. Who's your influences? Who got you into the battle rap? Was there anybody? Let me ask this: was there anybody in mainstream hip hop? Did you guys grow up like what I'm saying, Nicki Minaj, Queen Latifah, The Brat? What I'm saying, anybody like that? Was there any type of influence in that world with you two?
Go
You
ahead. Now.
talking to me or Key?
Both of you. Both of you.
Oh, okay, my fault. What was the question? I was rolling up. What happened?
Was there any influence as far as just mainstream female artists with either of you? Was there like a Missy Elliott or the Brat or a Nicki Minaj, Rhapsody, anybody like that that may also influence you two to start writing?
Um, I actually, okay, I'm a little bit older. So I actually
Hmm.
got into music first with like R&B. I was a big R&B head. And I would just start writing songs or whatever, me and my homegirls or whatever. And then we just started taking it elsewhere and started rapping. A lot of my influences was people like Eve, Missy Elliott, because she's from
Okay.
Virginia. I'm from Virginia as well.
Okay.
Um, Chris Brown, when he started rapping, like he came out singing or whatever, but once he like did that little transition or whatever, yo, he go
Uh
crazy.
huh.
But yeah,
Interesting.
Shout out to Eve.
Yeah.
yo, I wish
Nice.
she would still make music sometimes, low key.
Hey man, she married a white billionaire, man. She is good
Right,
for
she
the
ain't
rest
gotta
of
do
her life.
nothing.
Ain't gotta do nothing but look pretty, man. She does a great job at that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out E. What about you, Miss Key?
I love Nicki Minaj, but like,
Okay.
yeah, that's really it right now. Well, I like the newer artists coming up. Of course, I like Meg. I like Mulatto. Well, she's no longer Mulatto, but I like Lotto.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Lotto's fire. Lotto's
I
fire.
a lot of I like a lot of people that aren't like mainstream and like that are underground or even like UK influences and whatnot. But a lot of people don't
Mm.
know it.
Expound on that. No. Get into that. Get into that. We don't hold punches here. Who's some UK influences of yours?
Um, I'm AV because it's my favorite UK rapper is Avelino. So he go by.
Okay.
So my V is actually small. So because I'm the small AV, he's the big AV.
Mm.
So yeah,
Right.
he's like one of my big influences. Him, Wretch 32, Gets.
Okay.
A lot of people heard of Gigs because like
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. But I've been new Gigs before that, and Skepta and all that stuff. Just yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's just a lot of people like they be sleeping on the UK because they think it's all like drill or they think like it's jokey and they can't like relate to the accents. But if you actually listen to that shit, like they
Yes,
go
ma'am.
crazy. Like they're so lyrical. It's ridiculous.
This is really refreshing to hear people bring in like the international element because I feel
Nah,
like
Central C,
sometimes
my guy. Central C, I fuck with Central C. He's on the rotation. He's a drill rapper, but I fuck with what he be talking about. I like that.
yeah, I was just about to say I think here in the States, Key, I've noticed people tend to equate the phrase hip hop a lot of times with business, right? And we forget that it's a culture and that's a global culture. You know what I'm saying? That it's not just in the United States, that there are people in Germany breakdancing and doing graffiti right now. You know what I'm saying? They're tearing up the clubs in the UK, like Japan, Korea, they have big hip hop scenes. Australia, you know what I'm saying? Like that's really dope and refreshing. I also want to remind you ladies, there's a chat room in our server. If you look above where we're mic'd up at right now, there's a chat room called Discover Music. So if you ever feel the need to like maybe share some music, post a YouTube link or Spotify link, you can everybody post different music in there and we just check it out. Just kind of exchange, you know what I'm saying, different tastes in music, you know what I'm saying, if that's ever something you guys would be interested in. One last question for the ladies, if y'all don't mind. I have a brother on the pod. I don't think he can unmute right now, but me and him get into it a lot when it comes to female battle rap. Now, he claims up and down that female battle rappers are judged on a curve, right? In other words, they really don't have to be that good. You can be just good for a lady or a female. What is y'all response to that? That's for both of you, Neptune and Key.
Nah, I feel like you have to be good. Like if your bars is ass, like I don't
Hmm.
know. Like I don't leave no room for like second guessing or like no curve judgments or whatever. Like
Hmm.
nah, you can't do that. You can't. I don't feel me at least. I don't feel like we're judged on a curve.
Right,
I mean, I feel like some people may be real enough to be like, "Yo, your bars is trash," or your bars like. I mean, people have been real with me at least. So
right. Okay. Key?
Okay. The men are judged on a curve. We are not judged on a curve. We have to be the
Mm,
best of the best in order for us to even get our bars heard. Like they used to come in and battle us and like do like the flirt and shit, do like the regular typical male female like shit. We had to show that our bars are that crazy in order for them to come and not take us as a joke.
right.
There's mid tier, low tier battle rappers. Some shit they
Mm,
be saying if a female said that shit, they be like, this bitch is ass. But these
right,
niggas are saying this shit and they're like, oh my gosh, that shit is crazy. No, let a 40 bar
right,
say some fucking Humpty Dumpty shit. You're gonna be like, she's ass. They
right,
much leeway towards the men because this is a men's sport and whatever, and females, not that they just came into it, but we here, like, you feel me?
right,
But they judge the
right.
men.
Right. That's why I always respected 40. I give official a lot of credit too.
Uh,
Early official. When I first
like
seen
the
her versus go ahead, Key.
official is the one where they get the she raps like a nigga. Like they
Hmm.
so up there. Like I ain't gonna get into it.
No, you good. Like I said, we unfiltered up here. You know what I mean? Speak your truth. I was gonna say to piggyback though, uh early official when she first came on the scene. I think the first battle I seen of official was her versus a dude named Automatic Ray. I believe that was out in Florida and was hosted by Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was just super aggressive, and that's the first female I heard punch back to back. But I didn't look at it like, oh, she's dope for a female. I was like, no, she's kicking this dude's butt. You know what I'm saying? Like she's really, really fire. You know what I mean? That just doesn't ever cross my mind like, oh, she's cool for a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like I always judge just talent. You know what I mean? Like if you're fire, you're fire. If you're creative, you're creative. And I've heard this also brought up, and then we'll get into some other stuff as well. I've heard it said like this, battling is a mental sport. You know what I'm saying? It's not a physical sport like, running track or playing football or playing basketball. This is a sparring of your mind, of your creativity. You know what I'm saying? What can you think of? I want to write like the illest thing that nobody's ever heard. You know what I'm saying? These dope metaphors and these punchlines and these schemes. You know what I'm saying? So I think in that way, it's a very equal playing field. You know what I'm saying? And I think the females have showed us up over the years, time and time again, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole other conversation. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into some other stuff. Uh, Before we go off of that, Dave King. Shout out to y'all for bringing through the females. What are you guys' plans? Like, let's hear some future plans for EBL. You guys have told us where you guys have gone the past 4 or 5 years. If you project out and look into the future, what does the next 4 or 5 years look like for EBL?
Hey man, still continue pushing the audio culture forward, and then still maybe trying to be able to bridge like we've been doing, like start doing our own live battles that we'll be posting on our channel also. Like
I'm gonna keep
if
it
we're
like
not, go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
King.
tell you like this, man. EBL is definitely gonna be the spot, the scout talent. You know what I'm saying? I want
Mm-hmm.
everybody to know where all the upcoming talent coming from. I mean, there's a lot of talent other places, but a lot of these dudes on Discord coming from EBL is fire. So I want niggas to know, like, and everybody else, people that don't know how to get involved into battle rap, you know what I'm saying? Or even if you are an official battle rapper already battling live and you just want to sharpen up your pen and come get come get a round off and in the audio world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
EBL's the spot where it's competition, man. So
Before,
definitely
Hold up,
go
then.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Say what's up with my dog Cal, King?
Caliber.
Yeah,
Caliber the homie, man. Kyle cool. I rock with
I
Kyle.
mean we need a plate.
Yo, I've been looking for Kyle actually, man.
Okay,
I had a plate for him. So when he's
okay.
around, let him know. I got something for him for sure.
You gotta
Mm,
remember, yeah, Cal's
Hold
like
up.
we. Here's the thing. Hold on, Lucci. Here's the thing. We tried to get Cal, but Cal, he's been busy, with the new job and stuff like that. So it's just like, all right, we'll just let homie chill, and when he's got time to do it, then he'll come. He'll contact us when he's ready. That's how I feel
Hey
about it.
man,
But in all
tell that boy Villa stop running, man.
We got smoke over here, man. Talk
Villa the
boom.
chat, yeah, I know the vibes. But yo, in all honesty though, I can't be more happier right now in the space that audio battle rap is in. We all know that back then they wouldn't even pay attention to niggas rapping in the audio world. It was like, that ain't battle rap. A lot of times we had to fight for the respect. Niggas like, what? Niggas is getting
right.
busy over here. Like, so right now that everybody really paying attention and there's leagues everywhere starting audio. Man, yo, if you go on spaces right now, there's a million audio battles going down. So like the
Mm-hmm.
space that audio battle rap is in right now, I'm fucking super happy with it, and we
But
gonna
no,
continue.
I want to salute King though, because I am actually the nigga that actually inducted this nigga into the Discord Hall of Fame. Um, all of that shit that you saying though, like y'all really like early pioneers, so y'all got to get a lot of credit for, you know what I'm saying, the early vision. Even if you guys weren't necessarily the first, you're definitely amongst the initial, you know what I'm saying, class of servers that began doing that. And now in my opinion, have the most notoriety for audio battling. In my opinion, from what I've seen, with
Big
the
facts.
guests that y'all are able to get, you know what I'm saying, on a regular basis, from the quality of battles that you get, even just within the members of the server. So, yeah, man, shout out King, Dave, uh, Commodity, you know what I'm saying, the ones behind the scenes, you
My
know what I'm
nigga
saying.
Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne, you know what I'm saying. Anybody that is a
Oh,
part of the infrastructure for sure.
Subliminal has been a great. I want to say asset, but I don't want to say it like I mean in a negative connotation. Like Subliminal joining the team has also helped elevate us, and
Asset is a
he's
positive.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
okay.
thank all
But
of
no,
y'all,
like
yo. We appreciate all y'all.
No, we
Definitely.
appreciate y'all. Thank you for pulling up, man. We're gonna pull up over there sometime soon, man. We're gonna do another collab show for sure. You know what I'm
Real
saying?
We going
quick,
over there
we got a
tonight, huh?
battle tonight, yo, on the
We
spaces.
going tonight, huh?
Night.
Yeah,
We going
tonight.
Okay.
tonight.
Actually, in
Yeah.
a couple minutes. So I'm about to make a space right now. Real
Okay.
quick, this was super dope. Yo, I fuck with y'all off this interview podcast shit. Like we homies. I fuck with y'all for years. And even though we don't chop it up on a daily basis, y'all seen me here. I'm always working, and y'all know where to find me in EBL. And we've been around for years,
Facts.
man. Salute to all y'all. I'm glad y'all got this going, and let's get it, man. Salute to y'all and the whole squad. You hear?
Appreciate you, King.
Oh,
Appreciate
y'all
you
know the
Dave,
pulling
slogan
up.
though. Y'all know the slogan. If it ain't exclusive,
and
it don't
it
matter.
don't matter, man.
let's go.
I
All right,
like that.
Dave and Key, y'all got a few minutes. Y'all got about 10, 15 minutes.
I'm yeah, King. You can, I can,
Yeah,
cause
y'all
King,
go
you
ahead
got
and do your thing. Y'all can finish it up. I'm gonna just start bringing people into the space, and then y'all could go ahead and
Okay.
join it later, Dave. Salute to
all
y'all.
right.
Oh,
Like I said, shout out to y'all.
appreciate you,
Commodity,
brother. Appreciate you,
come
man.
on,
Thanks for
come on,
pulling up.
commodity. We out it. Gang, gang.
Hey,
Salute.
my boy, we're gonna transition real quick.
Hey,
I
y'all more
do
than welcome. Y'all more than welcome to stay around if y'all would like to as well. So
right,
I'm gonna
right, right.
extend the invitation. But you know, if y'all got shit
For
to
sure.
do, it's all good.
No, I'm no like Diddy and King gotta go so they can start the shit. Key, you hanging out with me here or what you doing?
Yeah, I can stay for a little bit.
All right,
Dope, man.
cool.
I definitely want y'all
That's
insight
what's
on
up.
these next couple topics. My boy Boom is going to take over for this. We're gonna transition
Uh
real quick.
Yeah. Let me spark the blunt real quick. Hold on.
E-Dub smoking.
Yeah, man. If you got some weed, man, roll it up. If it's already rolled up, smoke it, man. Um,
Gone.
Get
that
back to
shit
it.
gone, Lucci.
That shit gone.
Roll
Lucci,
another one.
Lucci
Gotta
couldn't
get
wait for
back.
this show.
Gotta get back to it. Gotta get back
That
to it,
He
shit
done
Lucian. That
smoked
was
gone.
all the
fun.
weed up before the show.
Nah,
Damn.
that
right.
blood go. That's gotta go and get back
Yes,
up
man.
again.
But no, hey, back
I
to what I was
gotta
trying to
get
say
that
earlier
lit.
about Subliminal. Subliminal has been a great, like you said, a great asset because of the simple fact that he's literally out there scouting talent all the time. Like I've never seen a man be able to just put that much hard work just to be able to scout talent, make flyers. You know, if we ask him, look, we need to change a flyer at the last minute, he'll redo the flyer, then get it to Diddy, and then get
No,
it out on
he a
Twitter
part of
and
the
everything
team
else.
then.
Yeah,
Shit.
he's really been part of the team.
Wait, who does your flyers?
This dude named Subliminal. He's been doing all the
Okay.
flyers recently.
Oh, he's not in here.
No, he's not in here.
All
Subliminal
right.
is a behind the scenes type nigga. He's not. He doesn't
Gotcha,
like
gotcha.
the light. Like even me coming over here, like boom, no, I'm used to being just behind the scenes. Like I don't really be out here like that. So for me
Look,
coming over here, I'm
kind of off topic though. Everybody needs to hit up Elon Musk and tell him that his audio shit for Twitter is ass. As far as like audio engineering, I hate Twitter. Y'all can all love this shit. From my side of it, I hate this shit. This shit is
Commodity. Are you running it through a mixer though? Are you running through a mixer?
yeah. It goes. I got a roadcaster that I run it through, so it pretty much does
Okay, okay.
everything. It's like running the audio I'm taking through an audio interface
Right.
before it hits YouTube. But
Thanks.
I mean, Twitter, it's kind of crazy because on the desktop it's a 9 second delay, so I can literally listen live from my phone, be on my desktop, give a countdown, hear myself, and unmute that line on my mixer. So it's like it's kind of not like if something crazy happens, I could kill that shit before it ever hit YouTube. I got 9 seconds to fucking hit the abort
That's
button on that
insane.
bitch. But until they make Twitter like better for a desktop to connect to, or like you can't even join uh Twitter on your desktop as a speaker, only a listener. So you're
Oh
stuck on
yeah,
that 9 second
that's
delay.
something we're gonna have to think about. And
Yeah, I mean it works because that's where everybody is already, like mixing it up at and shit. But yeah, I'm partial to the Discord as far as the audio shit. Anyway, I just gonna throw that out there. Y'all go fuck with Elon Musk, make him make that shit happen. Start seeing something.
Bro, they still ain't added Twitter where you can join Twitter Spaces on tablets yet. I'm just like, what are y'all doing over there, dog?
This shit is.
My bad. I know we tried our subject. Thanos, you good? Boom.
Yeah, it's
No. You
on
good?
boom. It's on boom now. Yep.
Yeah. Nah, but yeah, man, I
Let
had to
me get
bring
out here.
this.
Salute y'all.
I had to bring this up, man. We try to tackle, current events, along with battle rap here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the music industry, I've only had a couple of baby girls in the industry. Um, Aaliyah was number one for me. Um, God rest her soul.
hey,
She was the first one. The second one, however, hey, was Beyonce. So, if you haven't noticed or if you haven't heard, which would be very difficult to have done either or, but she just dropped her new single.
I've heard, but I haven't heard.
Okay. We might. Well, I don't know. Some crazy shit happened with the bot
He
yesterday.
fixed it. He fixed it.
Oh, okay. So maybe we'll play it. But I just want to say this. Um, I just love saluting greatness when it's actually happening in real time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In front of us. You know what I'm saying? When we're all of the age to be able to comprehend and understand that we're witnessing someone who literally will be regarded amongst the elites of the elites, the Michael Jacksons, the Princes, you know what I'm saying, like the Marvin Gayes, like this woman, what she's done in her career, which I think her career started in. I think I had got the Writings on the Wall album gifted
Dapper,
to
you
me.
said that shit slap, cuz. That shit slap, cuz. That's what you said. That's what you telling me.
Yeah. Shout out,
This,
this one
hey
time
man,
I can't.
Houston, Texas, man.
This is one time I can't punch on Texas affiliates because y'all got the queen, god damn it. So no, I just wanted to know what niggas thoughts was because hey, I'm a grown man. I'm 35 years old, 2 kids. Yes, nigga, I fucks with the beehive for sure.
Right.
For
No,
sure.
they diverted you, brother. No, bring them
She
back,
she
Lord.
she she is the bitch.
Mm.
You dig
Hey,
what
y'all
I
ever see? Y'all ever see that skit when the nigga was like, wait, the chick was like, I am the bitch and she is a bitch.
You hear me? Like, yeah, I went to go see I think it was they On the Run tour. It was Hove and Beyonce. And I seen them
All
at
right, I'm gonna have to listen to it. Y'all say that shit slap. Okay, all right. I'm gonna give it a listen, y'all. I ain't gonna.
I had seen them live in concert at Phillips Arena down here in Atlanta. And now we know Hove is Hove. You feel me? So
Oh, I know she put on a hell of a show. I'm not even. You ain't gotta explain no more. Beyonce on stage, movie,
but
Liddy,
my thing is like I don't know too many motherfuckers that can make Hove look small. Like
mm, like right there.
right, you
Like
know
you
what I'm
see,
saying? Like in real
yeah, you
time.
see
Like,
the impact. You see the impact right there in front of you. Like I like you be feeling like, all right, Jay,
bro,
like just
every dance
off the
move,
stage, cuz get off the stage, cuz.
every move in the choreography is done perfectly by everybody.
Oh yeah, she
Like
not playing no games now
like her
on that
dance
stage.
team,
She's not playing no.
is Like, bro, this shit crazy. Like what?
They're not playing no games with y'all. What you mean? It's different. And look, they might be switching up the show every show. You know what I'm saying? Like they might be on that type of time. Like we're gonna do
Bro,
this
this shit
routine for
like
this
this
for this
is niggas
show. We're gonna
version
do this
of Michael
routine for this
Jackson
show.
doing the
Like
Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk type shit. Like this shit, niggas don't do this shit. You feel me?
yeah, bro.
So,
You really gotta appreciate your performers when you got them. I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right, bro. You really gotta appreciate performers when you got them. Like Chris Brown. Look, the boogie. I said the boogeyman was coming a couple of weeks ago. Nah. I lied. The
but you want
real
to know another?
boogeyman,
You want to know another
boogeyman
factor,
showing up
Phil?
this weekend. I'm trying to tell you, the real boogeyman finna show up with 30 of them things, a whole 30 clip for you niggas. He's not
Yeah,
playing.
Phil,
You know what his name is.
I'm gonna tell you what make her more powerful though. The fact that she's from the South is a very huge statement, in my opinion. Um,
I don't think that's highlighted enough, but she highlights it in her music. They
oh,
don't. The,
she definitely holds it down for
she definitely
Houston,
holds it down.
but
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
The
think
media
that
don't. Yeah,
they don't understand like
where she come from?
it's
Like you know what I'm saying? Like yeah.
it's just different, man. It's just like she was born to do this shit, man. It's very few that you be like, nah,
She said, "My mama Louisiana, my daddy got that." Come on, man. Look, look. You know where it come from, dog. Right?
You know she got it in the field.
It's in her. Right. Look, man. I don't know, man. Some in the water. I don't know. Some in the blood. I don't know. But look, it's in her.
Yeah.
I know what it is. I know what it is. That's why I'm
I
not even mad at like even when when they got together, like nah. I know why. I
bro.
know
I'm gonna
why.
tell you when I was in college, we had this female group of friends
Different.
who were they were top level Beyonce fans, so much that they would throw birthday parties for her on her birthday,
mm.
like at the crib. Just
Yeah,
them, like
that's Tupac level type
you
celebration,
feel
man.
me? And I never understood it, which I still would never do no shit like that. But back then it was just like I didn't understand. Like, hold on, y'all are tripping. But now it's like I think she's such a positive influence for women. Um,
That it goes like that. And I'm not mad at it though, because she's a
yeah,
hell of a
like you know what I'm
performer. You
saying.
know what I'm
Like
saying? I can respect the part of her.
even how she deals with her relationship with Hove. Like this nigga didn't cheated on the bitch. You know what I'm saying. But it's
Drop
like
the album.
Yeah, she's the goat.
But look, and
yeah,
then they
like
dropped the album. Then they dropped the album after that. What was it called? What was the album? What was the name of the album?
I think it was
Meet
on the
the
run. I think.
no,
Oh,
not
hold on.
on
Oh, meet the
the meet the
damn, what was that shit?
was it Meet
Meet
the
the
Smiths or
Carters.
something? Meet the Carters, right? They dropped the whole collab.
No,
Like, come on, dog.
Oh,
it's
that
everything
one you
It's
shouldn't
involved.
hard.
have.
It's everything
You shouldn't
involved.
have
It's
Everything
mentioned
hard.
that
involved.
one.
What you?
She dropped
I'm
the
not talking about the
Lemonade
music.
song first, though, right?
I'm saying it. Yeah, but she dropped that album,
But
and then they
Morabi,
dropped it.
them dropping that album was
Yeah, he meant a
Them
powerful
lot.
dropping
because
the album is a major
it was
power
like
Right.
move.
It was
regardless of
massive.
whatever,
That's showing the
it was
that's showing the solidarity.
That,
right,
Then the
right,
cover is
like
yeah,
the woman braiding the man hair. That's the cover. Like, come on, dog. Like,
no,
that's
I
just hard.
understand,
right.
and I get the message, and it was dope what they did. But I'm just
A
saying,
lot of
I'm trying to
these
poke fun
hoes
at
are
the
leaving
album
niggas.
wasn't of like high quality. That's what I'm just poking fun at.
Man, fuck the quality of the album.
I don't
I'm
know. That's what I'm saying. I ain't worried about none of that. I'm just
I'm
saying.
talking about the image that this bitch is for
No, the
black
image was
people.
strong.
I don't know if she's faltered yet. Bitch been in the game 30 years.
Mm.
Beyonce has been in the game for 30 years.
Has it really been 30?
Bro,
Say it again.
she was a child star.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. When I was a kid, I was too
Thanos,
young for that.
wasn't that last night we were just going over all the motherfuckers on Star Search and shit?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I
Yes,
asked.
sir.
Like, I didn't know Beyonce. I asked what she was on. That's why.
Yeah. But no, I just wanted to give Shorty her flowers, man. I think it's important that we give our women when deserving that pedestal. Um and I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, lie. I'm a nigga, so any opportunity that I have to put a black woman, um, who is a great representation of the culture, that word gets overused, but it applies to her. Like Beyonce is the culture for real. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a bold statement, Boom.
Yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm
she really
saying?
the
So
goat,
Very
man.
bold statement.
I can't think of another
I
woman to
on
be
on
go
thing on only little input I got, man, is just I always hate how I've heard a lot of you guys have probably heard this. I always hear people try to discredit Beyonce as an artist because she's got so many employees or she's got a whole team producing things. You know what I'm saying? Putting together. People forget Beyonce wrote a lot of that early Destiny's Child stuff, man. Like she penned that. Like that came out of her notebooks. Like she can write stuff herself. And she, to my knowledge, Boom, she oversees everything, right? Like she literally says, you know, hey, this I don't like this, or change this color, like, or I have an idea for this. You know what I'm saying? Like she oversees everything that she
her
does. She's
input is in
very
everything.
right. She's very strategic. She is an artist. I just hate how people try to hate and try to discredit her because she's got so many people working with her. Every major artist has a team, man. Like y'all
And
got
Yeah,
to
I don't
stop.
unlike
think
some of
most
y'all
artists write
favorite,
their music these days, though.
and unlike
Mhm.
some of y'all favorite female stars,
I don't think.
Beyonce ain't never hated on no bitch ever. Like
Mm,
you've never seen a sign of Beyonce hating on no hoe. Like
that's
like for
powerful.
what?
At
Yeah.
least not
Feel
out
me?
loud.
Like
At
Carrie
least not
Hilson,
out loud.
Carrie Hilson blackballed.
But that really didn't have nothing to do with her. That was Carrie Hilson.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that, but I'm saying I don't even think a nigga like Wayne or Beyonce even give a fuck enough to relay any message about somebody that I don't give a fuck about Carrie Hilson.
Mm,
But you coming out of turn speaking on my name, bitch, you buried yourself. Like
right.
you feel me? Like I think it's one of them type of. I think Wayne done took so many drugs at this point in his life. He living, doing what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Kids
Bro, I
getting
saw a
older.
video. I saw a
Wayne
video
don't give
today.
a
A nigga
Wayne
asked
ain't
him
he not gonna
about a
have
bar.
that
He said,
energy.
nigga, I said that. Nigga, yes, you said that. Yes, yes, Wayne, you said that.
I'm telling you, man.
That's a good
They
example. You
said
feel
that,
me?
man. They
Niggas
Sometimes it
that
be
said
like
that,
that.
bro. I'm telling
like,
you.
bro, I don't care what
Fucked
these
them
niggas
up.
talking about. Like, come on, man. Like my
I
people will handle that. Like my fans are like my fans crazy.
Right.
Like
So if it
that's
be one boom, who would you have right under? Like who would you have under
in terms of like a superstar.
superstar and that status that we looking at? Be who would be
Are
number two?
we talking about music, right?
Just I mean everything. You trying to put everything on the
Yeah,
floor?
I'm gonna just say music.
Music.
the boogeyman is coming this
Music,
weekend.
music. It's Hove. It's Hove.
that's powerful.
And that's and look how powerful that is, bro.
That's
That's
super powerful.
crazy.
That
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
Like who is more
Man.
popular than Hove outside of Beyonce?
Shit. Mm, mm.
Maybe Snoop.
Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Nick
Snoop.
Cannon.
Maybe
Definitely.
Snoop. Nah,
Maybe,
I mean
maybe.
maybe like Snoop.
I
But
just
Probably
I
think
mean, it's
Kanye.
not
Hey,
that. It's
it
not
ain't
I
no
by
just
maybe.
think
much. If it is,
maybe
it's not by
Kanye,
much.
maybe.
Kanye.
Kanye.
I would say Kanye.
Are we talking about
But,
music? Or are we
but
talking about
even then,
everything
it's
else?
like, can we legitimately say they're more popular, or are these niggas on the
They're
same
about the
tier?
same level.
They about
They
the
about they
same
the same
tier.
level.
Yeah, they
You
the
If
can't
same
say they
tier.
more popular.
if if
They the
if the
same
Super
tier.
Bowl, boom, if the Super Bowl said right now we got
Hove
Beyonce and Snoop
organized the
Dogg
Super Bowl.
performing.
Hove organized the Super Bowl halftime show.
Mhm.
Like,
Mm,
Mm.
yeah.
Well, look. We talk about. Hey, look. You said music. You said music. We talk about the music.
right.
That's different.
It's a
That's a
different
different type
story
of
than
power.
everything on the
That's
floor, though, right?
boom. What you talking about? That's a different type of power and influence that we're talking about. Say that
That's
now we
everything
have
on the floor.
that's a totally
Okay.
conversation we talk about. When you say, well, nah, my nigga really organized the whole shit that really went on, right? Which he did, and I'm not poo pooing on that. I'm saying he
The
did do
biggest,
that.
the
But
biggest tele,
are we
the
asking
biggest
about music, or are
television.
we talking about everything else that's on the table? Because if so, then we gotta.
I mean, Hove is an artist.
Yeah.
Hov is an artist, and he's probably the only one that can. Him and Drake are the only people I feel like who could really make moves like that.
Right. I
Like
don't even think that's I don't
Drake was courtside when the Toronto Raptors won a NBA championship. So I mean,
I think Drake got that power with Toronto. I don't think he
Yeah.
has that
Yeah,
type of
Drake's
power.
not.
He doesn't have that
you don't
executive
think so?
level. He doesn't have
Mm-mm.
that
That's
executive
a
level
country though.
power.
That's a
This
country.
hey, look, this new deal he got, he might. This new deal he just
What's the
got,
new
he
deal?
might.
What's the new deal? What's the new deal?
Uh, what's this shit? Hold on. I don't want to misquote. I don't want to talk out the side of my neck because I just read something about it
Like
today.
It was,
Jay Z is so corporate at this point.
yeah.
Like Drake is not as corporate. Like he does deals, but he's not. He's like it's just different.
He's not moving the
It gets
needle
the
like
people
Jay,
you're
man.
talking
Like
about.
it's
I feel
yeah.
like you got to think about artists that all transcended hip hop in a certain type of manner, like Snoop, Drake. I don't. Well, that's up to
He
y'all, but
just tried.
like
He
Jay
just signed a
Z and
new.
shit.
He just signed a new label deal for 400 M's.
Who's that?
It's still just a
Drake.
label deal, though. You know,
Yeah,
Jay's
That-
but
doing
you got to
Is
not-
is
understand how
he
much control
billionaire
he
shit.
probably got
is
with.
he a billionaire yet? Is he a billionaire yet?
He's not a
no,
billionaire yet, but
no.
you
Drake
Not a
is the
understand
billionaire.
that
Billy's.
type.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's
He
different.
will be, though. He
We should.
will be.
I'm gonna
Probably.
have to take the billionaire, like, because a lot of niggas really not billionaires yet. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
no.
That transcended, like Snoop, not a billionaire. I don't think.
That's the
He
only person I
Yo,
transcended.
can think about, bro.
But you
Of the
can't take that
Nets,
away from the niggas that are billionaires. That's an extra
No, you ain't.
level
Well,
Right,
you can't. You can't. But I just feel
right.
like I don't want
Big
to hold
strike.
that too much over other people that transcended hip hop.
the
You know what I'm
way
saying?
Hope nets the Brooklyn Nets
I mean,
is
but
like
when
a
you start,
one-time
but
move.
we've agreed all these niggas are probably in the same tier, right? Like Snoop,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of popularity. Matter of fact, I think Snoop was named the most recognizable fucking person on the planet. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
um,
new popularity
but
just lift
but
above everything.
you have to start nitpicking at some point to separate these niggas. So Snoop is not a billionaire. Jay Z is a fucking billionaire. It's different.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like his name,
Yeah.
as far as branding, is different. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you kind of like give a nigga an
Yeah.
extra little.
Who's to say? But who's to say Snoop not close? Who's to say he not close
Nobody.
to a billionaire?
Does
Snoop
that
is
come
close,
down
but
to
I see
bad
what Boom is saying.
investments?
I feel like
Not
you do got to nitpick because certain people, they all got their certain powers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
it just in a different way and on different levels. Like Snoop is more recognizable. So like everybody know him. Jay Z, he recognizable, but I feel like way more people know who Snoop is. But Jay Z is Jay Z. You know, and like to be married to the most powerful chick in the game, and y'all a black couple, and y'all like billionaires.
Right.
I see what Boom's saying. That shit's kind of powerful as fuck and it's
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
that's
hard. So like you can't
big
overtop that.
stripes.
You only can be like, okay, everybody else is like
See what
the
I'm
near
saying,
the
Money
level or
Bag?
right
Them,
there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
them big
yeah,
stripes. Nah,
and
you add the extra shit. Them big stripes.
Hov probably sit down with the people who cut the checks for Snoop anyway. Like that's the type of people he in. Yeah,
That's
like, that's the type of
Right,
Yeah,
people
that's
he
what I'm
sit
saying,
Salute.
down
Luke.
with.
there
Like
you
now we
Type
go,
talking about a
Lucci.
different
There
type
you
of
situation.
go.
power,
There you
dog.
I
go.
understand
It's
that
a
part.
different
Yeah.
type of power that he dealing
Yeah,
with, you
That
know?
was a great
If
way to put it.
if we start listening to people that are signed to Rock Nation, entertainers and athletes, it's gonna get dark for everybody.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Just look at the people who's executive producing albums. Mike Rubin. This nigga Mike Rubin been in this shit since the '60s. Like,
Bro,
no, we talking about different type of
Hove got
relationship power that he
every
got.
box. Hove has every box checked. So when you talk rap, his name is gold.
Right.
If you just want to talk rap, his name is gold. He's amongst the gods of rap. You know what I'm
All
saying?
time.
His lineage, being around the big
Mm-hmm.
L's, the biggies,
Mm-hmm.
like these are
Right.
plaques on the wall, my nigga.
Big Daddy Kane.
Big
Mm-hmm.
Daddy Kane, you know what I'm saying? All them niggas.
Right.
Dame Dash, Rockefeller, Biggs, Camp,
Mm-hmm.
like he's got the hip hop. Okay, that's checked off. Then
Mm-hmm.
like what you want to talk? He did the fashion. Okay, he did that. He did the movies. He did that. He
the
brought
liquor.
he brought a basketball team to his city.
Then
He had a whole album
value
on
added.
remember
Yeah,
this
it's all
Boom? He
great.
dropped the album for Sprint on the phone. Yeah.
Niggas got the album. I forgot what
Oh,
the
Look,
that
magnum.
niggas know
went
I'm not the biggest
it
hoe.
went platinum before dropping.
Right. I'm not the biggest whole fan as far as his music, but one thing, like I said, I do admire and respect greatness when it's taking place. The nigga's legacy is fucking retarded. Like, this is a rapper. This is Hove. I don't think niggas understand. Like, this nigga was a rapper from the streets. The shit that we listen to the most, hip
Yep,
hop,
you can walk
rap.
those streets. That was Jay-Z, and he's a billionaire now. That's like one of the most inspiration. He's one of the most inspirational people like out there
Yeah,
right now.
like his story in itself is
It's a fact.
right. So let's move on. Moving on. Moving on. Big Blue Passion.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Bay though. Shout out to Bay. Shout out to Beyonce.
Oh yeah, for
For
sure.
sure.
I'm definitely gonna check that record out tonight because y'all say they slap.
Nah, it's dope, Phil. It's dope.
All right,
All right.
okay, I'm gonna check it.
All right, cool. We got about 3 more topics. Where we at on time, Lucci?
We good. We like about an hour.
Okay, we good. We can get these 3 in the next
Hour
40
and 30.
minutes. I got it. This happened a couple weeks ago, man. I got a spin the block topic. Spin the block is where we cover stuff that has already happened or we discussed previously, but we just basically spinning the block. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna revisit. So a couple weeks ago, man, LeBron James' son had prom, right? About 2.5, 3 weeks ago. Prom night. Went out with a really nice looking his girlfriend, I guess. Real nice.
I mean, I'm not gonna
She's
say
nice. She's nice looking. You know what I'm saying? She's nice looking. She's not ugly. Nice looking little blonde, Caucasian female.
Right.
White.
Dr. Umar Johnson, right? Jumps out the window, starts clowning this young brother, man, for dating the whites.
Man.
Attacking LeBron Jr., attacking LeBron Sr., you know what I'm saying? Just attacking that whole family. Shannon Sharpe, you know what I'm saying? We all know if you watch Skip and Shannon, I think most of us have watched. Shannon Sharpe is a big LeBron fan. Jumps out the window to defend LeBron and his son. Shannon Sharpe also happens to be married to a white woman, right? 2 questions out of this. Yeah. 2 questions that come out of this for me. And I'm definitely open to any other questions that people pose tonight. But number 1, why is Umar like this? That's number 1. And 2, should we still be tripping about interracial marriages and interracial dating in 2022? And those are questions that come out of that topic for me.
Hold on. Please let me rock. First off, Dr. Umar, shut the fuck up. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. You got more important issues to be worrying about besides some 18-year-old kid who you doing prom. First off, like that's a damn child at the end of the day. I mean, I'm 33 years old, 18 years old. I'm looking back at me. I'm a child. That is a child, bro. Chill yo, punk ass, dumb ass, the fuck out. Second off, if how do I want to put this, bro? Second question was what, bro?
Why are we? Should interracial dating? Should that even be a conversation in 2022?
Because the young man goes to a high school where some, like I look at my own, like I look like remember when I shouted out Auburn baseball earlier in the show? Okay, yeah, that's my shout out. But guess what? If I was a football player going to Auburn University, guess what I'm going to be exposed to most of? That's not a knock on our black women because there was plenty of dudes that went to the frat parties, the Qs, the Kappa parties, and all that shit was in them, right? But if that's all you're exposed to, all in your classes,
That's your demographic.
all in your study groups, all with this and that, always helping you, always this and that. Like you now, you know what I'm saying? As time goes on, now you become fond of this person. Right? So it comes to that. Right? Same deal here. Bronny, I can call it. Bronny didn't go to LaFleur High School.
Right.
In the heart of Tomerville. He didn't go to that school. He
Yeah.
didn't go to any other black high school y'all might think of within y'all city. He didn't go to that school. I went to that school, but he didn't go to
Yeah.
that school. So he didn't have that experience where it's gonna be a different type of you're gonna be exposed to that. You can be exposed to black women in their element. You can be
Mm-hmm.
exposed to multiple black women kicking it with each other. No, they're in
Right.
groups, nigga. No, 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 no. They're in
Hey
groups.
yo,
No, no, no.
hey Phil,
They
can
all
I
hang
chime
with
in
each
real
other.
quick? The
Yeah, go
reason
ahead, bro.
why the reason why Umar and people in his pocket act like that is because their sole premises is that black family is disappearing. Now, should we? I don't trip about that shit, but I know sometimes people in my family and they be like, when you look for a girl, man, just it's time for you to get back to your black date the black girls. And I be telling them like, man, I'm focused on me right now. What God got for me is what God got for me, and I'm in an area on Cleveland on the west side where it's predominantly white and Spanish.
Old
I'm not
people
about to
always
be
be like
going,
that,
you
though.
know what I'm saying? So that's a thing with certain people because my uncle be like that because sometimes because he's big on like black history. He's a teacher and shit like that. He teaches that. And when you got people in those lanes, like they get in those bags. Now that teenager stuff, that is egregious. He's young, just like you said. But I just want to enlighten that so you can. That's why it's like that with him because the black family is like some people feel like it's so interracial now that 10, 20 years down later, seeing somebody of our dark skin color might be rare, and that could be
Mm-hmm.
that. You really got to think about that because it
Right.
is a lot of
That's a
interracial
good
shit,
point.
and
Yeah.
that's the problem with them. Now sometimes they take their ideals too far and it becomes radical. That's you know what I'm
Right.
saying. That's just what it is for real.
Body
You know what I mean?
bags
That's all
talking.
I'm
But
gonna
but
say.
No,
see,
for
you know
sure.
what? You know what my rebuttal to be would be to that is all right. Look
But
at the numbers then. Look at the numbers. Now, if the numbers say that this is growing exponentially, then yes, we have a problem. But if the
Mm-hmm.
numbers are so low where it's not even making a dent, and even still, bro, look at Vixen. I don't know I don't know what type of man. What if she's attracted to black men? So now you got a
Mm-hmm.
3/4 baby.
Mm-hmm. I got
You feel
I'm gonna
me?
play
uh
that. Hold on.
Like now
go
where's
ahead,
it
boom.
Say
go?
something.
I'm gonna
Hello.
play.
Bro.
I'm gonna play
Like,
devil's advocate. I'm gonna play devil's advocate real
I want
fast.
to go next if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but
Real
this
quick,
is
yeah.
every
Hold on,
culture
hold on,
though.
hold on. Let me play devil's advocate. I think it should always be a conversation. If you're black, the reason being, and again, a conversation doesn't mean that you have to have an agenda or want something to go your way after the conversation. But I definitely think being black that you should make sure your child is informed on the power of a black woman, the beauty of a black woman. You should incentivize them uh, about why they should, why it is beneficial to
What
be
if
with
they
them. I
don't show
think.
those characteristics
Wait,
though?
wait, you're not letting me get to my point.
My bad.
You should definitely. That should definitely be a conversation that is had. Now, if they choose otherwise, fine. The conversation has been had. This the seed on as you being the parent was already planted. You did your job. If they choose to marry a white woman, because at the end of the day, it is about happiness, and a race can only pay so much of the sin of their ancestors. So, because my two very best friends are white. So at the end of the day, I can only charge so much of the game directly to them. So if a man who is black finds a woman who is white, and that is the woman that legitimately has made him the happiest he's ever been in his life, he
Who
probably
am I
should
to
he probably should stay with that woman.
right? Probably not gonna find nothing else better than that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I,
But I do think the conversation is still worthwhile. I think people like Umar is basically the whack 100 of social media uh consciousness. You dig what I'm saying? So
right, right.
um like I don't really pay anything that he does any mind or take it serious because I know he's
Me
smart enough to
either,
know
bro.
that I know that he knows, and he's smart enough that he's figured out that he has got the people's attention doing one particular thing. Like I know he's
Mm-hmm.
smart enough to understand that. So he's
Mm-hmm.
this is what he does now. You dig what I'm saying? So
And
yeah, man.
body bags. I would body bags to one retort, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong with what you're saying because you're completely right. Where you habitate at, how you move day to day, is this is what you see all the time. This is
Right.
the lot that I've been given in life. You know what I'm saying? These are the cards that I've been dealt. Let me play them how the best I can play them. Cool. I feel like what you're saying is like I have to go out of my way to deal with. You feel what I'm saying? I have to go over here to deal with, or I have to do this to deal with. And it shouldn't be that if that's what you want at the end of the day. If that's what you
Right.
want, you will go to those spots, you'll go to those areas, you'll go to the places where those type of women frequent, and you'll be amongst, you know what I'm saying, the people that are there. So I hear you because you know what I'm saying there is a vicinity proximity complex that is there. I agree with you
Right.
totally 100%. I'm not even no, I'm 100% agreement with you on there. Like that makes a total difference. You know what I'm saying?
But
But
Robbie,
you have to reach out to that if you want that to get that.
Yeah. 'Cause sometimes you gotta take a drive. For, like me, I would have to. Let's say if I wanted to find a black chick, I would have to literally go to the east side of Cleveland, which is Cleveland's east and west. So like basically
Right.
that's the whole drive. In my mind, I'm like, I'm driving this far just to meet a black. Like no, I feel like because at that point I feel like I'm forcing some shit. I don't like force. I like natural shit. I like to meet a chick naturally. Like if I'm forcing the shit, I'm taking all my. At that point, I'm hunting and shit.
It's
I'm like,
gotta
man, I
be
got.
some east side chicks that fuck with the west side. It's got to be. It's got to be.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
So
you know these
that's
bitches love being bougie.
yeah.
To ask about the body bags point, like
Mm-hmm.
it's true that there's probably going to be less black families, strictly black, but there's also going to be less of everything else. So like they're going to be mixing with let's say white, Middle Eastern, Hispanic. There's going to be less of them strictly too. It's more going to be like we're all kind of mixed.
hmm I I want to say something real quick. As most brothers know, what I'm saying, all three of my kids are biracial. I got two kids that are half Caucasian. My oldest daughter is half Puerto Rican. I think it has a lot to do with exposure, like what you're exposed to. My mom, like I've told you guys before, my mom and my uncles are mixed, man. They black and Japanese. You know what I'm saying? I had one uncle that married a Mexican woman, had two kids with her, and then he dated nothing but white women for as long as I can remember. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see that during childhood, and then my other uncle married a Korean lady. You know what I'm saying? So our whole family was mixed up. So it was just brought to my attention early that that this was okay to date outside your race. You know what I'm saying? Now my mom loves black men. She's never dated anybody non-black to my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? All her boyfriends when I was a kid was black. You know what I'm saying? She married a black husband. They created both of my younger brothers. You know what I'm saying? She likes dark black men. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has their preference, but she used to have a crush on like Van Damme and Patrick Swayze when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So like it was just always in my,
facts.
what I'm saying? It was just always brought to me that it was okay to do. You know what I'm saying? And I've shared this before too. When I was in high school, wasn't too many black chicks checking for me. I was a different dude, man. I was into skateboarding. I was taking acid. I was listening to like underground hip hop, backpacker, you know what I'm saying? Now I got along with black people. I had a lot of black friends, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my boy DeAndre Reed. Used to date my younger sister, you know what I'm saying? First game banger I knew, like, personally was folks. Used to always go down the hallway, you know what I'm saying? Rapping Bone Thugs. You knew every Bone Thug song, you know what I'm saying? I had black friends. That's the reason I kind of wanted to spin the block on this too, because I think it was perceived that, maybe I was traumatized or something. That's not the case. I think when people get older and you start maturing and you start having different experiences, I think people come out of those little negative mindsets, you know what I'm saying? How we see ourselves and whatnot. And I just feel like black women a lot of times are groomed to look for certain things in black men, and a lot of them reinforce negative stereotypes, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Um, I have an interesting story too. I was at Wendy's. I was at Wendy's today with my kids, and we live out in West Wichita, so it's predominantly white. So very rarely will you see anybody of color on this side of town. But it's a predominantly white side of town, and my kids always get weird looks and weird glances. You know what I'm saying, when we're out in public on this side of town. You know what I'm saying. As I was leaving today, my kids was finishing up their Frosties at Wendy's, bro. This family walks in, tall, lanky white dude with a Jewish fro, skinny black chick, two mixed sons. You know what I'm saying? And I just had like a fleeting thought in my head, like, man, stuff is like slowly changing because I feel like that's something I never would have seen when I was a child, out here in Wichita. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like a white dude with a black chick. But long story short, man, I think times have changed, are changing. You know what I'm saying? I never get on people if you're pro black, you know what I'm saying, you feel like you want to just marry black and just have black kids. That's cool. I feel like if you find love with a Mexican chick or a Vietnamese chick or a Native American or a white girl, man, like I say, go for it. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? So
I agree with that, but I will say this, and I'm gonna give a quick example, and this is just to my point that regardless of whatever the outcome is, I still
mhm.
believe that the conversation should be had. Um, so let's take LeBron James's family. It's a completely black household.
Mhm.
Um, been with Savannah since high school, whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
Now we all know that Bronny went to prom or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying, with the white girl. Cool.
Right.
Now, in my opinion, it would be very fucking egregious and foul if that happened and LeBron James himself, being married to a black woman,
Mhm.
has not had a conversation with his son about black women.
Mhm.
To me, that would be a disservice to your child, because at the end of the day, it just is what it is. The black woman is the most royal. Like, they are the most royal. I'm just put it like that. So, me as a man, it is my job or in my mind, it is my job to make sure that regardless of whatever it is you're seeing out there, this is the ideal image of a woman in my mind.
But
Um,
do you think LeBron shares that same mindset as you, just because he's married to a black woman?
if he doesn't, it's a problem.
Mm.
But yes,
Yeah,
but
because he could be pro black at many times. Like, so I don't I agree with Boom. Like, I think that conversation should have been had. Like,
but look, I'm not saying it hasn't. I'm just saying
Mm.
if it hadn't though,
mhm.
and then you see Bronny with a white woman, yeah, I think you definitely have been a disservice to your son to not even introduce him, being his father who was black, who was also married to a black woman. You haven't even
Mhm.
introduced the aspect of black women to him and the power of a black woman. Yes, that is a
Mhm.
disservice. Now, if you have had that conversation and Bronny said, "Okay, Dad, I got you, I understand," and he still ends up going to the prom with a white woman, okay, cool. That's what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? You support your child, and you know what I'm saying, if they're happy, if they're with the white, black, Korean, whatever the case may be, you have your idea of what you may want them to be with. But if you're actually a good parent, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day.
I do want to put some input, provide some input a little bit. If you do want to say something, right, brother Ty, I know this, this is your topic, so you go ahead.
Yeah. I have something to say, but I was just gonna say, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if LeBron, I seen a YouTube clip a while back. They were showing NBA athletes flirting with females, right? Female journalists, and LeBron is on there like a few. It's like a 10-minute clip. There's like about 4 times LeBron is heavy flirting with the Caucasian, you
Rachel,
know
Rachel Nichols.
the Caucasian group. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know the brother's life. I think it might be safe to assume that he has dibbled and dabbled. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that for a fact, but there's no telling. I mean, if he would have ran across a white woman that he felt was dope, had his back or whatever, ain't no telling if he would have married her or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know for a fact if he just has this mindset where I have to marry a black woman because that's the image I want to portray to the world. I don't know if he has that mindset. You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
mean,
not
I
saying
think
he
he
doesn't. I'm
does.
not
I
saying. I'm
think
not
he
saying.
does though, because if you
But
go to
hold
his
on.
Instagram, go to his
Uh huh.
Instagram. I'm gonna tell you that.
Uh huh.
This is gonna answer your question. Go to his Instagram,
Mhm.
and the posts that he makes about his wife, um,
Mhm.
quite often, um,
Mhm.
are very lengthy, and he's going into pretty much the power and beauty of her being black. Like he's
Mhm.
highlighting her being a black woman in these
Mhm.
posts. So I think he
Yeah.
has, you know what I'm saying, that he projects that image like on social media, like he stands
Yeah.
by his black woman who, I don't know. I think if
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
read it, it would give a better
Yeah.
picture.
I mean, a lot of people front for the gram. You know what I'm saying? I don't think LeBron is exempt from that. A lot of these brothers end up marrying white females. We all know LeBron. He's friends with other athletes who have married outside of their race. I'm pretty sure he's had these discussions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure he sees all sides of the coin. So I'm just saying what I was getting to. What I was getting to was, maybe he's had that conversation with his son. Maybe he hasn't. Maybe he didn't see the need for it. Maybe he's one of those people that like, hey, I want him to experience life. You know what I'm saying? He's young. He's 17, 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? He'll fall in love with who he falls in love with. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the emphasis for that as far as that conversation. You know what I'm saying? There's a strong possibility, like I said, LeBron actually has some different mindsets, or he's definitely, I would say, more cultured. He's been in more places than all of us on here put together. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he's a little bit more open to his son dating outside of his race than we think. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I'm not
Can
denying
y'all
him
hear
being
me?
open to it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this isn't about whether or not he's the no. Like, okay, that's fine. He's obviously okay with it. Like, that's not the point. The point is the conversation. I don't care what you end up doing. Like you said, LeBron done probably slept with damn near every nationality on the fucking planet.
Right.
I'm sure he hasn't been 100% faithful to his wife. You see what I'm saying? But
Right.
again, I don't give a fuck about that. My point is the conversation. I
Right.
do feel it is necessary, unless you have different viewpoints on the black woman and their prestige than I do.
Mhm.
I definitely think that you should speak that speak that into them. Now, if they act on it, or if they choose not to act on it, okay, that's
Mhm.
fine.
Mhm.
But I don't know.
You good, man? You
Yeah.
good? Go ahead, Cujo.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's good that you brought this up because you know, uh growing up, I grew up basically the complete opposite of you. I grew up in a black neighborhood. I grew up around black people my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like most cities over, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna be predominantly black. So that's all I seen growing up. That's all I really dealt with growing up. Now as far as that being instilled, that's like a
Mhm.
different story. I'm not even gonna hold you. My parents to some degree they didn't really care who we really ended up with. That wasn't really a thing. Like it was an issue if we brought like a
Right.
woman of a different race home. Now, me personally, I never really cared to bring a woman of another race home and none of that sort of stuff. It never really happened. I never
Mhm.
really cared to. I don't really date outside my race anyway. And I agree with Boom as far as having that conversation. Um, culture is important. You know what I'm saying? Embracing your culture, like
Mhm.
having culture like retention, that's like important. Like when certain holidays come up, you know what I'm saying, you want to celebrate it. Like when certain liberation days come up, you want to celebrate it or you want to speak your language or you know what I'm saying, you wanna like hold your heritage, near and dear. Like that all that sort of stuff is important. Like no matter where you are if you're black. So
Mhm.
obviously like the topic of who you're dating and who you bring home is gonna happen. Like whether or not you think
Mhm.
it's archaic or you feel like it's quote unquote backwards or whatever, like it's gonna happen and it has to happen.
Mhm.
Um, obviously, you know, we in America, like, you know, African Americans, you know, like you guys overall like the second most populated black people like in the diaspora, like behind like Afro Brazilian people. Like it's like 40 plus million of you guys. So obviously if a couple brothers date out, a couple sisters date out, it's not gonna like completely, you know what I'm saying, you know, mess anything up or whatever. But when I see people like openly advocating for it, or they're like going out of their way to
Mm-hmm.
like emphasize dating only a specific race or something, then that's
Mm-hmm.
when it's weird, you know? And what makes
Mm-hmm.
it even weirder is that usually in the dating world, white people have all the advantage. Like people of all races and of all colors tend to date them the most. Like it
Mm-hmm.
don't matter if it's dating sites, it don't matter if it like there's just mad surveys and data that suggest that, you know, that they
Mm-hmm.
get sought after the most. And usually the reasons behind that are usually kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time it's not gonna be genuine. And we know that for other reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So
Some
if
parents
it is
groom their kids to, you know, to date athletes and
that
shit.
that's another thing too. But
I
like
do agree with Cujo though on the thing because a lot of white girls, their thing now is I only date black men. Now, at first when I used to hear that shit, I never got bothered, but now I hear it so much often. I'm like, the
It
shit starting to hurt me.
makes you a
yeah.
little hesitant, man.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
the
because it's
opposite
like,
side, you
Yeah.
know, black men are the most sought after in terms of, you know, dating. Like if
yeah,
you're of
Mm-hmm.
it's
color, you know
genetics.
what I'm
It was always
saying? Yeah,
it's really because of genetics, and it's always been genetics since day one for black people in anything, sports,
right.
whatever. But when you just
So
hear
that
that, like, yeah, it's crazy.
that could be genuine, and then there are other reasons, like, you know, it might have to do with, you know, the stereotype, what have you. I just feel
Mm-hmm.
like a conversation for sure has to be had, man, regardless of where your kid ends up. I feel like you're
Mm-hmm.
doing your child a disservice, man, especially if you grew up in a neighborhood like that's like predominantly white. You
Mm-hmm.
know that, you understand, you see that every single day. If anything, man, like your back is against the wall even more, and
Mm-hmm.
you kind of have to step it up a notch even more to be more in tune with your culture, because you're not really like around black people all day. Like you kind of have to go out of your way, you know what I'm saying, just for you know, your child to even see a black person, let alone date one. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just a completely different like dynamic. Now, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
man, in the diaspora, like black people who date out the most, and
Mm-hmm.
brothers in like the UK and brothers here tend to date out the most. You know what I'm saying? And usually, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can't defend that. It usually be on some BS. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers, they just want, you know, some mixed babies and that sort of stuff. And the reasoning behind that is very odd. But then there are some, you know, it's just genuine, man. They found somebody, you know, you happen to love each other, whatever, man. I have no issue with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have too many family members where I had to actually like see that growing up or have an issue or whatever. It doesn't really matter. You know, most people,
Mm-hmm.
me personally, like we, you know, they marry black people, date black people, all that. So I never really
Mm-hmm.
seen that personally growing up. I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
conversation has to be had. If you're in the entertainment industry and you're a black man, you know what's
Yeah.
up, man. You're in Hollywood, bro. You're gonna be in areas. You in like
Yeah.
$3.5 million mansions, bro. That's not in no damn black neighborhood, man.
Yeah,
Those
that's what I was
conversations,
saying about the
yeah,
Yeah.
environment. Like those white girls are going to be in those type of parties and
Right.
clubs
yeah,
and shit. You're not gonna see
Mhm.
Lakeisha, Tawanda, or some
yeah.
shit like that with a big ass booty and a big titties. Like you're gonna see those fucking Barbies. Like yeah, that's what you're
But
gonna
see,
Hey,
see.
all
Goofy,
them
That so
women,
now I
man.
can
Goofy, that's what
understand.
happens though when you want to
Yeah,
live nice, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then
yeah,
now you gotta force yourself, especially
hmm
if you're trying to like mingle.
bro.
When you live nice,
Those
now
people
you
live
putting
a
yourself.
totally different world than we live in, bro.
Yeah,
Like
they're in a different
celebrities and
universe.
athletes, bro. They're in a different world, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's
Let me also re-clarify. I'm glad we brought this up because that's another thing too. Like I had a good foundation where I was at as far as just learning about Black history. You know what I'm saying? Like I had my mom's best friend, my godmother Carol, you know, who lived out in Chicago, and then my play grandpa used to send me a lot of like Black history books. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 Black inventors. You know what I'm saying? I found out, you know, Black men invented the traffic light. You know, when I was like 7 or 8 years old. Because my godmama sent me this book where that there were Black people like in ancient China. You know what I'm saying? Like I was exposed to like our history, the autobiography of Malcolm X. I was reading that when I was 8 or 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was exposed to like our history, so I did have a foundation. As Cujo was talking, I was thinking like about my oldest, right? Like she's half Puerto Rican, so I was actually looking at some books on Google, you know what I'm saying, like some Puerto Rican children's books, and there's actually some books written for like biracial kids, you know, just about like self-love and self-acceptance and stuff like that, you know. Those are
Right.
some things I'm gonna pick up and kind of help emphasize that. I'm gonna make sure she learns Spanish, you know what I'm saying, at some point in time, you know what I mean? Because I want her to have a good idea of where she comes from, you know what I'm saying? But Izzy's too young for me to tell like what kind of preference or what kind of person she's going to be attracted to in that type of way. I mean, it's way early, you know what I mean? But I'm just of the mindset, man, like if she has a strong foundation, bro, and she knows her history on both sides and she knows who she is as an individual, you know what I'm saying? I trust that what I teach her when she gets older, man, she'll just pick somebody good, bro. Like I just think sometimes it's too weird to get caught up in like just the race, just because I know a lot of people you could preference a race, and that may not be the best person in life. You know what I'm saying? That person could be abusive. That person could be a terrible father, terrible mother. You know what I'm saying? Person could be a junkie. Like there's all types of stuff, and I've had those experiences. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. So like to me, if she finds somebody that is good, like to bring it back to what Boom was saying earlier in the conversation, she finds somebody that's solid and that treats her right, doesn't slap her or hit on her or yell on her or cheat on her, stuff like that, man. Somebody that's just solid and has her back, bro. Like that's really all
I
I
do
could
want to
ask for.
respond to
You know what
something
I'm saying?
before I give the
Go ahead.
before I let Cal respond, because I did want to respond to Maravi about mixing and everything. Like I don't have no problem with mixing, but historically for us, man, as people of African descent and all that,
Mm-hmm.
it's been weaponized, man. So
Mm-hmm.
we don't seen what happened, man. You look at the history of what we call ancient Egypt now. What it
Mm-hmm.
was before is way different. If you look at North
Right.
Africa, it's way different. If you look
Right.
at South Africa, it's just a different history. Like you look at people like the Trevor Noahs and the Doja Cats, no disrespect to them, but the
Mm-hmm.
mindsets that they tend to have because
Mm-hmm.
of like who their parents are and the climate overall, it's very, very dangerous. And that's not some like we would want to advocate for. You know what I'm saying? There should be no
Mm-hmm.
reason for a cover of Nat Geo with a picture of a mixed girl describing what everybody's gonna supposedly look like in 50 years because you want to erase what we
Mm-hmm.
originally look like. That's
Mm-hmm.
weird, and that's an agenda. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't got no problem with anyone being mixed. Man, you can't help that. Like you're born how you're born. It is what it is, man. Whether you're dark, light, you got
Mm-hmm.
curly hair, whatever, man. That's not your fault. It is what it is. But
You wouldn't date
uh,
outside your race, Cujo?
me personally, nah, I haven't. I really don't have no desire to, for real. I'm not gonna hold you. Um, it's only until recently I even cared about even like talking to a girl who's mixed, let alone someone who's like
That's what my next question was going
non-black.
to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
never,
Mix.
I never even thought about that until like recently. Before
So you
that,
you
I
crossing
never
over?
even,
Crossing over?
man, just a little bit, man. Like, nah.
What about if you had a child? What about if you had a child, Cujo? Would you try to embed them in them to not date outside their race, or would you just let them have free will to do whatever?
Well, me being who I am, man. Like, I'm Haitian, man. So we don't got the best history, like with mixed folks, like the history with them, on the island and everything. Obviously, I'm not about to advocate to hate nobody, man. Or advocate no damn hate. That's foul.
Mm-hmm.
But if I instill that in myself, I'm obviously gonna instill that in my children, man. That's just how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like most of us here in the diaspora, man. Like from what I've seen, we usually, if we're not dating each other, like Haitians dating other, we usually date other black people for the most part. You'll come across those who date white folks solely, and we call them people out. We understand why they're doing that. It's a little strange, it's weird, but even then, it's like, okay, whatever, you made your choice. We usually accept the person, you know what I'm saying? They become a part of the family, whatever, whatever. But to go out of your way to like groom your child in that way, to like, yeah, you gotta date out. You gotta like this
Right.
America, like this
Right.
is like when you start trying to like imply that this person is like your way out or like some type of
Mm-hmm.
access to higher education or a better way of living and all that, that's when you losing me, man. Like at that point, you're getting strange. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I rather advocate for my child, man, to love being black, and obviously that comes with having a black partner, having some black kids, man. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to be old in age, man, and to see my kids, you know what I'm saying, be darker than me, man, and their hair be kinky and all that, man. I ain't got no problem
Yeah.
with that.
See,
You
I'm
know what I'm
not
see
mad
saying?
me,
at
Like,
that.
Cujo,
Yeah, I'm
me,
not mad at
Cujo, like
that.
personally,
if
I
they a
agree
little
with the
lighter, you
black.
know what I'm saying, and they got curls, all right, but you know what I'm saying? It's just that's just not what I would want. You know what I'm saying? If it happens though, I'm not mad at it, but I would prefer to have some black ass children, man. So
You
that's
gotta
Right
have
just
your
on.
me.
preference. You gotta have your
Yeah,
Right.
preference. Like me, like I
I'm,
feel the same. I feel the
go
same
ahead,
way,
buddy. Bro.
but I'm more leaning towards like if I don't end up with a black woman, I'd rather like the closest thing to me would be Spanish for me. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because they still have that melanin. They can still get light. They can still get dark. Other than that, like those are my two preferences. But if whatever, like Cujo said, and a white girl, whatever, like as long
Mm-hmm.
as it makes sense, you're happy. Don't do
Right.
no hate. But you gotta have
Mm-hmm.
your preferences because like the black family is certain. That's I'm going back to that. That's like the ideal thing. And like
Mm-hmm.
Boom said, like that conversation. If you black, you got kids, you gotta have that conversation, regardless if they
Mm-hmm.
whatever way they lean toward it. It must be had.
Have you
Yeah.
slept with a white girl before? Body bag. You
Oh
slept
boy,
Yeah.
with somebody
man,
race?
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, white
say,
Hispanic. Like
say
I
that
started
like
off with black girls. When I moved down to
right.
Cleveland, the West Side is white and Hispanic and predominantly. So like that's when I like that's when I got on my little white girl.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
yeah, I've done
I
that.
I
had my
want.
little
I
arrow too. Like,
Yeah, like I was about to say,
yeah,
man, brothers acting like they ain't dipped outside before.
yeah.
Like get on. Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
got
But like,
weird though when dudes started telling me, "God damn, man, all you do is fuck with white girls." And I had to realize,
mm,
like, damn, that's the only
yeah,
type of bitches I'm bringing around. Like, nah, yeah, let's switch this shit up a little bit, bro.
yeah. I
Hey, for
do.
me,
I
man,
do
like I
think.
said,
Go ahead,
if
Cujo.
she mixed with black, then you know what I'm saying? It could be any type of mix as long as she mixed
Mm,
with that black. It got to be half and half. It got to be split down the middle somehow, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
have some damn kinks in your hair just a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
not. I'm not
call
mad
me a
at
nigga.
that, bro.
Like,
I'm not mad.
I'm
I'm
not
not
about
mad
to
at
look
that.
at you and you can't say the N word, man. I can't do it, man. I'm sorry. We argue and you get the nigga. No, man. I can't do it, man. I'm sorry. Like, I want to
Does
watch
none of them
Friday.
get the pass
I
from
want to go
saying
to
the N word,
Juneteenth.
bro?
Oh,
Say what?
tolerance
Hell
for a
no.
girl
No,
that
Lucci.
don't say
Not
it.
doing it.
No,
I
Lucci.
fuck with a
I
girl that is
just,
not. She did not say
I
it.
Juneteenth
just,
for 3 days
I've
ago,
been
man.
wanting to ask niggas, my
Not
bad,
doing
bro.
that.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, man. I learned my lesson. My other daughter's mom, Ivy's mom, man. Like she was one of those white chicks. I think that Cujo and Body Bags was alluding to. She only dated blacks. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of weird because I really liked her. Like she was cool. She is cool people. You know what I'm saying? But on the go back, you know how you get out of a relationship and you have a lot of like revelation, like
And she
looking
was
back.
on
You
the
know what
go
I'm saying? It's
back.
like,
Mhm.
damn, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so I made the decision, like, if I ever dated a white chick again, it wouldn't be one of them type of white chicks that only strictly dates black dudes. You know what I'm saying? It would be like a natural type of, she just messes with me because she likes me. You know what I'm saying? Not like I look at like her 5 ex-boyfriends and all of them is black guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, now we talking about somebody that's got an agenda. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then
Or
a lot
maybe
of times
she
what's
was
really
just raised in the hood, though.
that's a possibility too. That's a
Mm-hmm.
possibility too. But a lot of times when you ask these white girls, bro, why they date blacks, why they date black dudes, the
They really
answers
can't
you're
tell
gonna
you
get are very, very, very shallow, man. Very shallow
shallow.
type of answers. You know what
They
I'm
can't even
saying?
give you a real full
I like
answer and stuff. And I try to
like
tell white girls if they do hear this, anybody white and that's a girl to hear this. If you want to date a black dude, don't say the N word. Like don't even say nigga. Like don't say it. Because when you get in that
yeah.
argument, you say that shit, bro. It's like what the fuck. Like yo, like so I appreciate it. Any other woman, like I mess with a Spanish chick, and she
Mm-hmm.
ain't say it. She ain't want to say it. Like she ain't want like,
Mm-hmm.
she grew up in the hood. And I'm like, man, I ain't tripping
Mm-hmm.
if you say it, but like, at the point I appreciate it because she didn't want to say it. So I'm like, I fuck with that energy, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I'd
Yeah.
say to white girls that like, oh, I only date black dudes. Don't say that word. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when it get heated, a woman like
Mm.
she'll say it and you're gonna feel weird. You're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Right.
I heard her say
Right.
it before, but it's the energy that come with it now. It's like, okay, nah, this shit disrespectful. You know,
Right.
that's just me though.
Nah, I mess with that, bro. Fire topic, man. Appreciate that
All
conversation,
right, hold
fellas,
on.
man.
Before you
Go ahead.
leave this topic,
Oh man.
before you
Uh,
leave this
trying to
topic,
trying to stay within the time frame, my man. But go ahead.
good evening, everybody on the pod. Let
Uh-huh.
me introduce myself to the listeners. It's your boy Cal. You know what I'm saying? New nickname alert. I'm the egregious Esquire. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I do. I do this. I do this. I wanted to join in when Phil was talking. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like how Phil stated, but I feel it to the umpteenth power because what did Lux say to what did Lux say to Charlie Clips? Excuse me, I knew this nigga before y'all. This man, Umar, has been scamming the black community for a decade and currently still is scamming the
Um,
black community.
mhm,
This man lied to y'all. He spat in the face of every other black person in that field, that conscious space. He has
mhm,
alienated himself. The nigga got
mhm,
his mom evicted because he was living out of her house and not paying rent. The nigga
mhm,
bought a school with black people's money on land that was deemed uninhabitable by the IPA. Y'all can look that up.
mhm,
Um,
mhm. Okay.
it's essentially a money pit. He's living out of there now. On top of that, the man has all of these antiquated views about, oh, black people this, that, and third, and stay with the black woman, my brother. Da 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 da. This nigga has never. This nigga is not married to no black woman. He doesn't take care of his kids. He's been on child support for almost 25 years. They can't get him in court. He owes almost $300,000 on back taxes on that money pit that he's doing, but can
Crazy.
criticize every other black person. We can go down the list. This nigga's track record is egregious, and
Nasty.
him saying anything about a child, nonetheless. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is a child. Period.
Yeah.
Umar, when you hear this, when's the last time you saw your child? Children. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Hey, Umar. By the way, weren't you so out of your last kid's life that your baby mama changed her name
Come on, Cal,
because she
man.
wasn't
Come on,
associated with
man.
you?
We
Nah,
trying to get
Hold
started,
man.
on.
man. Where we
Hold
going
on.
with
Hold
this,
on.
bro? Where we going with this,
Hold on.
man? Come
Hold
on,
on.
man.
Hold on, because y'all had a beautiful conversation, and I don't feel like we're demonizing this dickhead enough. This fucking idiot who's got up here and he has used black pain, suffering, and trauma to line his pockets like some of the white people that we talk about. He has. Period. And people let him skate. He pops up, says some wild shit, goes viral, then
So hold
disappears
on.
and takes all niggas'
I'm
money.
gonna let
They
you
go
rock. I got
It's
clip
one
this and
question.
go
crazy.
viral to it with this.
Is is Umar Johnson a coon to you? That's
Is is he? You
a
said
coon.
is he a coon to me?
Yeah, because I could hear the like you don't really fuck with him. I'm not mad at you with your by your answer. I'm just asking. Like, how do you
I
vision him?
I feel like he's the worst part of black male
Damn.
representation that we've possibly ever seen. Outside
Okay.
of blackface, tap dancing, whoop de whoop, you know what I'm saying? Like, in this modern era that we have seen, this man is the worst representation of black manhood, period, on every facet. There's no way around it. Any way you could slice it, think of some fucked up shit, he probably did it. He had old black women come up to that school in Wilmington, Delaware, one of the most crime ridden areas in the United States. Again, you can Google that. That's a fact. He had them out there in the cold 40-degree weather painting an abandoned school. That's somebody's grandma out there. You see what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Yeah, that's
He's the
wild.
worst
Like, no, no, I'm
representation.
listening to everything you were saying. Like, some of the stuff I even forgot that you like. That's just crazy. And at that point, he shouldn't be talking at all on the black
Exactly.
culture
You
if he was
shouldn't.
doing that.
And y'all thought what I said was bad about the child's name being changed? This man doxed his baby mom and their grandma. He gave out their address to their place of work and their home address, and then tried to weaponize his fans to go up there and torment them and ask them why he can't see his daughter. He did that. He did that. And these are all black women that he's doing this to. Telling young black dudes to marry black women. You are a baby mama creator, nigga. Badly. And you don't even have the bread to do what Nick Cannon's doing. You don't. PayPal suspended you for running fraud. Cash App suspended you from running fraud. And now you're just making different accounts using different burners. Get some fucking help before you try and talk about somebody who's raising their kid right. Fucking bitch nigga. All right, I'm done now. That's all I had to say. Respect.
Wow. Okay. And that was our good brother Cringy Cal coming out of left
Well,
field. You know what I'm saying? Fresh off of work. A lot of energy for brother Umar, man. Brother Umar, I promise you one day we're gonna have a conversation, man. It's just bound to happen, brother. It's bound to happen, man. We bound to run.
yeah.
It's bound to happen, man. Okay. Podcast only gonna get bigger and bigger, brother. It's bound to happen, man. We're gonna come across you and your peoples, man. This conversation is gonna go down, man. I'm just speaking that out into existence, man. You know what I mean?
That
But check this out. We got about 20 more minutes, I think, left on our time frame. We had a couple other topics. I think me and Lucy just text each other. I think we're gonna move those to Friday's show. We're gonna get into something a lot more lighthearted. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna end off on a good note. Subject came up in the chat earlier. Comedian Mount Rushmore. Now, I think there was a little bit of confusion as to if we're talking strictly stand up or are we talking all things included. Lucci, could you clear that up for us?
Yeah, it was stand up.
Just stand up?
Yeah, it was stand up.
Okay, that's so limited though, man.
That's
Cause a lot of brothers didn't like. I don't know, man. That's just such a limited thing. But go ahead.
I mean,
You
do
post
however you
the
want to
pic
do it. I'm
again?
gonna post it again.
Okay.
I mean, if
I
y'all
just
want to
think it's.
put everything on the floor, we can do that too.
I think, yeah, I just think it's a lot more
Gotta
fun
pick.
if we consider everything. But we could do both. I mean, whatever. Where's the picture at? That's so
Brother
cold.
Ty, why he gets Harlem Hospital giving beds out. What was the stipulations again for this? You said Mount Rushmore of comedy, right?
I think all things can. If we're doing all things, Cal, I think we doing everything, bro. Whatever companies they got, brothers got restaurants, brothers got other
Okay.
comedians they put on, movies, television. You know what I'm saying? Obviously,
Right.
we know you don't have DL anywhere near this mountain.
Not at all.
This list,
Not at
okay,
all.
okay. Just just clarifying for the listeners. You know what I'm saying? Where's the picture at, Lucci? Where at? In the bot
Oh, he
channel?
probably.
Okay, there it goes. Okay, so Lucci just posted Mount Rushmore of comedians in the chat. On the far left, we got Eddie Murphy. Directly to the right, we got Jerry Seinfeld. We got Kevin Hart, and we got Dave Chappelle. What do brothers think about who was posted? Should anybody be moved, switched around? Somebody missing? Like, what we think?
I mean,
I'm not.
somebody
I
got to
think
get
Miller
taken off for
should.
Richard though, man. Richard should be on. Pride should be on there. Like I do believe
figured
that.
Richard would be on there. I
Yeah,
figured
it
he
got a
would be
picture
on
with
there.
him on one.
I
Would you
agree.
replace him for Chappelle?
But
Would
yeah,
you take
that's what I'm trying
Chappelle
to
off?
figure out. Who would you take off for Richard?
Are
That's
we
the
okay?
question.
Are we still we talking strictly stand up, right? For right
Yeah.
now,
We could go
or
that.
all things
Think
Let's do
considered?
that.
so?
Right.
Okay, let's
I
do
thought
stand up
if we
first.
do stand up, then okay.
Okay, so strictly stand up.
It's hard,
Kevin
bro.
Hart ain't
It's
on
hard.
there then. If we're talking
Kevin
How?
about
Hart's not on
comedy,
there. Okay,
no. If
okay.
you're talking about comedy, but if you're talking about
It's
him
first.
selling out arenas and shit like that, yeah,
Is this
he's
the
up
top
there
10 list?
His
selling out
first
arenas.
four.
No. It's a Mount Rushmore list, Gio.
Oh,
Mount
okay, I
Rushmore,
got
Gio.
What's his
We
first
doing
four?
strictly stand up first, Gio, and then we doing all things
If it's
considered
a
after that.
stand up,
you. Who
Jerry
do y'all got so
low
far?
key.
Look
Oh
look
no,
at the
it's
chat,
picture
good
in the
brother.
chat.
Hmm.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, you got Eddie Murphy, Jerry Seinfeld, Kevin Hart, and Dave Chappelle. But that's everything considered. We're making a
Hmm.
different list
That's
now.
all together. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Damn,
we're
Kevin
making a
Hart?
list strictly for stand up.
I got a question. Y'all don't punch me out the room. Now, my boy Eddie, love him to death. He's definitely one of the goats.
Careful, Thanos.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Yeah,
listen.
you
I'm
can't do
treading
that.
lightly. I'm treading
He
lightly.
gonna
Hold
get
up. I'm treading
quickly
lightly
punched up
now.
out of here.
Don't do
Cause
it with him.
Cal does this with battle rap. Sometimes he'll mention like about the time or the era that people grew up on, right? Like it makes it easier to consider
Yeah.
them goats, right? So like my boy
Uh-huh.
Eddie, right? Like he
Uh-oh.
low key only had like 2 or 3 comedy specials, right? They're classic Hall of Fame comedy
That's a fact.
specials, right?
That's a
But
Right.
fact.
That's all you need, though, right?
but was he really worked? Okay, hold up. Was he really, in pause if necessary? I'm gonna preface this statement with a pause. Was he
We gotta hear
working
the
the
pause.
circuit? Was he working the circuit like that when he was younger?
I wouldn't call
I know
him
you. I know you prefaced it, but that still
Come
sounded
on now.
Okay, well, my bad, brother.
egregious.
working
My
the
bad.
circuit.
Egregious.
You're crazy.
He
He
was
probably doesn't
doing
have
the
as much stand up work as the rest of them, like as far as
Hmm.
touring and everything. But
Yeah,
it's just the fact that he's influenced so many people with those specials,
got you. Okay.
inspired so many. It's
Right.
too
He
many
had to have
comedians
been
that
out
know,
doing shows
you know,
before these
those
specials, though.
specials. Yeah, like there's too
Yeah,
many that know those as their
Like, you're
favorite
not gonna
or
make it
what
seem
got
like
them
he
into
just on
comedy.
stage for those 2 times and knocked it out the park with those hour-long specials, and that was it. No, this nigga
I'm
was
just
out
asking.
doing.
Because
I'm
at the
The
asking.
time, he
stand-up
was
list.
at the
I'm just
height of
asking.
his career.
We didn't start with the
Uh-huh.
stand-up list yet, right?
So
I'm
No,
asking.
no, we starting now. Yeah, we
Now that
starting
nigga
now.
was on
is
stand up,
Kevin over
SNL, like
Dave?
all that shit. That's like when he was really high.
Uh,
I don't have him over
Dave
Dave
got
as
more
stand-up
quality. I
material.
mean, Dave got more quality
Yeah.
stand-ups out.
Let me just see how many specials the brother Eddie got first, because I'm trying to look to
Hmm.
He
see.
got like
I think
Definitely ain't more than
3:
Chappelle.
Delirious,
that's a
Raw.
Raw,
He had one.
and what was
that's
the
Unless
last
do
one?
y'all count SNL or nah?
Nah, that's
No, that's
not
not.
formal
Nah,
stand-up.
I would consider that outside. If we go into everything considered, that's definitely for sure.
that's fire. Try to take
Or
one
when we
off
do
first,
talk
though.
about the other.
I don't know.
If we're doing stand-up, I got what's my man's name?
You got to take
I
one
think
off
Kevin
original.
Hart is funny. I think Kevin Hart, not Kevin Hart. I'm sorry. I think Cat Williams is funnier in stand-up form than Kevin Hart is. If we're just doing
I
stand-up
agree.
first,
I agree.
I agree with
Yeah,
you.
that's not even a hot take. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not even.
Mm,
I'm not I wouldn't personally say that. I don't
right.
really find him all that funny,
What about
but
Channel's what you
Right.
own me for, man.
I'm cut low key. All right,
it's not
another
about how who's
egregious take.
funnier though, right?
I don't
But it's
think.
about the
I
no,
impact
only
of their
think.
stand
I only.
ups.
You're not a Cat
I think.
Williams guy?
I think
yeah.
Kat and Kevin both got like two good ones, and I think everything else
Yeah,
is like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? In my
This is
opinion.
That's kind of how
where
I feel.
I feel Thanos is with
And
just
I
the
love the
stand up
hell out of
thing.
Cat
Like
Williams.
we should do more than stand up because these comedians like certain comedians not powerful. Like Chris Tucker not powerful in stand up, but in that
not
movie
really.
side, it's a
Right.
whole nother
He's
thing.
doing
Just saying like
gold.
Tucker went
Right,
straight to
like
the
Right.
Eddie
movies. He
Griffin
never
and certain
grew as a
motherfuckers.
stand-up. Yeah, I agree. He never grew as a stand-up comedian because
Yeah,
he
like
went
certain
straight to
people,
movies.
they better with the TVs and the movies and shit. Like even Mike Epps, like certain people, they stand up, they be having some. That's why like you gotta have more than that. Like when we talking about
But
comedians and
It's
certain,
this
if
you
where
we're
gotta
they
have like
doing
started
the
Griffin
though,
and
but
them
this
stand-up
is where
niggas.
they started
more,
at. So I guess that's what it was all
What
about.
we have
that's
to
like
You
the
know what I'm saying?
foundation though. Stand-up is the foundation
Yeah, this is where they
of the whole
started
shit.
at.
Yeah,
Like all
it's
of
the
them started
foundation.
off
It's
as
definitely.
stand up comedy. Like so.
what I got a question for brothers, man. I got a couple questions for brothers. What
Yeah.
is our brothers familiar with Dave Chappelle's early like HBO specials?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
yeah.
Sure.
he looked like a lima bean in the time machine.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh man! Wow.
Put a line between the
And
Nah, I
line.
thought
second
he was
question,
so funny then.
can we all agree to take Jerry off, even though he put in mad work like stand up wise, like, or
Jerry,
should he stay on there?
Jerry,
You ain't gotta
Jerry
ask me
ass,
twice.
nigga.
Nah,
You ain't
Jerry,
gotta ask me twice.
Jerry's
He
ass.
he put in like I personally don't find him funny, but he's considered a legend in like that
The
in that
show,
circle.
the
You know
show
what
is
I
kind
mean?
of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like I laughed at
like
the
Sure.
if I
show, but
Yeah.
go
that's
by
it.
his
Like I
house,
don't know nothing else from Jerry Seinfeld.
We just
Nothing else.
going off stand up. We just going off stand up right now though.
And
So
Mm.
I
what do
mean,
brothers
what
think?
is
I
have
mean,
numbers
if
y'all
we
looking
have
like?
talking
y'all seen
stand up,
What is
I
numbers
would
seen the
looking
take
like?
Jerry
Jerry
Seinfeld
Seinfeld
special?
off for
Have
wait,
I
y'all
would
wait,
seen
take a
the
what you
Jerry
Jerry
said,
Seinfeld
Gil?
Seinfeld off
special?
Hey,
for a Bernie Mac. I put Bernie
hey,
on there instead of Jerry.
hey, Lucci, I
I
looked it
got
up
Bernie
earlier,
over
right?
Jerry too.
Hmm.
I looked it up earlier when me and Maravi was going back and forth in the chat. My man Jerry is still one of the highest paid comedians in the world. Whenever he pops out and does
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
stand up, like people show up. So he's got an
As he
audience. He's
should.
definitely got a
As he
yeah.
should be.
Kevin
He's
Hart
got an
had a
audience.
story about Jerry Seinfeld house in his last.
And that's another
He's
thing. I
also
like Jerry Seinfeld is fire as a person. I don't know if you guys have ever seen an interview with Jerry Seinfeld or like seen him around, Steve Harvey or Kevin. Like he's a fire dude. Like he's good people. You know what I'm saying?
he's also a pedophile.
Did
But
Jim
his
ever do?
Whoa.
Jim Carrey ever
Word.
do
he's
stand up? Was Jim
I ain't
Carrey
never
ever?
heard
Jim
that.
Carrey definitely did stand up.
He
Yes,
did
he did.
stand
He
up.
did stand up.
Yeah, yeah, he did
Jim
stand
the
up.
goat
Well,
though,
to do
man.
that,
Like
then
I don't think Jim just the goat.
Robin Williams did
And
stand up too.
That's my goat.
and he stole jokes. Robin Williams stole
I'm gonna mute
Nah,
up.
jokes.
Cal, we not
I'm
doing that,
muting
man.
up.
Come
Damn.
on,
I'm
No,
muting
hey,
man.
no,
up.
Kendall,
Yo,
I'm
Man,
muting
no,
up.
hug
Kendall,
yo,
yourself,
no,
man.
look,
Come
we
on,
dirty
don't
Cal.
want to talk
niggas.
about
I'm
it.
muting
We
up.
Come on,
don't want to
Damn.
man.
talk about
I'm
it.
muting up.
Come on,
Hey,
man.
I deleted. Hey, I'm
Jumanji.
Trying to
muting
get
up.
us canceled,
I'm
man.
muting up right
Jumanji,
now.
man.
I
God
deleted my
damn.
Cash App. Don't ask about whatever from a couple weeks ago.
Hey,
I'm muting up.
we don't need no
Yeah.
money from you, brother. We don't need no money
Uh,
from you.
listen,
Just keep it
man.
real.
Go ahead,
Who wrote
Cal.
the article? Who wrote the article, Gio? Did you ever look into that? Who wrote that article?
Was this supposed to be a sworn act or
Uh,
something, man?
yeah.
Come on, man.
The thing with
Nah, but
Bernie though,
Jim Carrey is fire.
what goes against Bernie, man, he doesn't have any specials like individual specials. I don't think. Other than the Kings of Comedy
Kings
Tour
of
and Def
Comedy
Comedy
don't
Jam.
suffice.
He's a
I mean, yeah, but
Wait,
that's a
hold up.
tour share with everybody, like with other comedians. I don't think he has a solo
I mean,
tour.
his whole like
Good point,
part
Cujo.
of
Good
Kings of
point.
Comedy is stronger than a lot of niggas specials though.
Yeah, he's funnier
Yeah.
for sure, funnier than a lot of
Great point.
brothers. But what's against him is that
That
he
is
doesn't have his own solo
niggas.
stand up.
Niggas brought out the Andre 3 Stacks roll on my nigga Bernie. That's crazy.
What's crazy about the Kings of
That's a
Comedy?
Come
I
on,
fact.
mean,
kill Bernie.
That's
that's a
a
fact.
fact.
Y'all
I
need to
wish
get
he
the fuck
did
up
though,
out of
because
here
he
with
could
that
have.
shit, man.
He could have easily like had his own special because literally everybody
For
on
sure.
Fuck
Kings of
out
Comedy
my face.
So
has
Cujo,
their own
Cujo, let me
special.
ask you a question.
Yeah, they
Let me ask you a
killed
question.
Bernie, man.
So does quantity overshadow
Lucci,
quality when
relax.
we're talking about stand up?
Well, in this case, for me, because I'm a Bernie nigga, he's on my Mount Rushmore personally. I think in this
Right.
case, you have to consider quality. Well, no, quantity. Because, like I said, he just doesn't have any special outside of Def
So
Comedy
that's the
Jam
first. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
and the
Right.
Kings of Comedy joints. The brother has like no special. He has the TV shows. He got the movies,
Right.
but the specials just ain't there, unfortunately. So like, it's kind of hard to compare him to other brothers who have their own individual specials, like or have their own work or toured.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So
obviously
that's my
toured with
question
Kings of
though. So
Comedy.
like
Right.
quality is overshadowing like quality in certain situations. Like Dave Chappelle, he's got like 5 or 6 specials, probably more, but they might
Right.
not be as good
No.
as Delirious. But because he has like more quantity of work, which is not as,
It
but more
balances
quantity of
out.
work, you will put him
I was about to
over
say, it's like, because a lot
I
of
somebody
see
that
what
else.
you're saying.
quantity's
I
got
see
some
what
good
you're
shit in
saying.
it, too. Like, it's still
Is
some
Hey, can I
quality
ask a
shit.
question?
But
How do y'all feel about Cedric?
Cedric not even
Cedric's
on
cool,
Brothers. He's
but
cool,
he's not.
man.
He's
Yeah,
nowhere
he's
near this
not.
list.
if that's
He's
the
not.
case, then,
Yeah,
like,
he's
I
not.
still put, I mean, I
Even
think
he has
Cedric
his
got
own special.
specials and
Like,
shit. Right. Like, he got specials, but I wouldn't put him
and
over
that shit is
Bernie.
funny as fuck.
I would put
But
him
nah,
See,
over the
and
quantity,
my
or
thing,
the
that's what I
quality
mean
to
by
he's
me
a
isn't
quality.
that.
tier
I'm
under
Like he
them.
saying,
have a lot of
right. The quality to
specials,
me isn't up
but
there
it's
with,
just
even
He's
though
over
Bernie got
nah.
special, I
Yeah,
still
he's a
wouldn't
tier
put
Yeah.
under them
him
brothers.
over Bernie. I
My
don't think
thing,
he's
I was
funny.
gonna ask because when you think Kings of Comedy, man, Bernie Mac and then Cedric are the first two that I would like go check and think for. You know, the other two like they was
Yeah.
cool,
They're
they
my
made me
favorite too,
laugh,
body
stuff
bag.
like that.
They're my
That's a
So
favorite
fact.
too with that whole shit.
It's a fact.
I think what works with Kevin is just everything considered. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah,
probably
he's
has
an
the most
all around.
special.
He's like the LeBron of this shit. Like he does everything.
Right. Even if after his first 3 specials, they definitely for sure paled in comparison, like to the first 3.
Right.
Yeah,
They
no
just weren't
question.
as good. You know what I'm saying?
I,
But
I, Kevin one was when he was like in his house. It was like a Netflix special, and he was like in his house in pajamas. And he
That
just
was
talking about
ass.
COVID. I
I
like
think it
the reason why
started
I like
with
it
after
was
laughing my
because
pain is when it started getting mid
I feel like I know
to
the reason
me
why I like that
personally.
You
because I
said
feel
you
like he
like
was
it, body bag?
comfortable. Yeah, because I feel like he was more like he was hopping in the bag. Like, you know, he can't hop in them bags like other comedians where they can just talk about what the fuck ever. I feel like he felt comfortable in his own house and he kind of had some elements in there. That's what I want to see from him. Like when he's in paper, like when I see him in Paper Soldiers and certain movies and shit like that, I be like, I want him to feel comfortable. But like he can't do that because
it came off
he's
more
so up.
organic.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
it
a
came off
social
more organic.
commentary type of comedian. That's not his. That's not his lane. Like
I see what
he's
Body Bag's
more
saying though. Like he's saying, at least he's not like trying to do the stereotypical Kevin Hart shit that like the new niggas know him for. Like he's saying he
right,
going back to like his basics in a way.
right. Okay, I agree. I mean,
I
I'm
still
not gonna
thought that
lie.
shit was ass. That's my opinion.
Regardless if we make a comedian list or overall list, Eddie for sure is gonna be on there because I think Raw is still the most high. It's the highest grossing comedy special ever, and like I said, the amount of comedians that special created is just like ridiculous. Like there's so many comedians, man, who still cite that as some of some of the best
Niggas
comedic work
started
ever.
wearing leather stand up shoes after that.
Right. So
I
like anybody you
No
could think
other
of, man,
comedy specials that
they
I
got
watch
that in the
more
top five.
Raw and Delirious, dog. There's no other comedy
uh
specials that I watch more and like consistent than those two
my
specials.
boy my boy Sharif says honorable mentions are Richard Pryor, Patrice O'Neal, Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, and Bernie Mac. The fact that you got Richard Pryor as an honorable mention, Sharif, I
As an
forget who
honorable
invited
mention is crazy.
who
And
invited him back
Patrice
to the
That's
is
crazy.
server. Oh, that was
Hey,
Lucci. Oh, that was
I
Lucci.
didn't, I didn't even think we had to discuss Richard. That's crazy. I
Nah.
That's
thought we
wild.
already all agreed non-verbally that he's on the fucking list.
Yeah, we just trying to figure out who to take
Crazy.
off.
No,
here's the
he's
thing though,
definitely.
because
That nigga said honorable mention. That's wild.
we
He
gotta
killed Bernie
differentiate
though,
what
man.
our
I ain't lying,
personal
bro. He killed him, man.
what our personal Mount
Yeah,
Rushmore
they
is
got Bernie was
and
fucking
what we
bad.
feel
It was
like is Mount
crazy.
Rushmore overall is two different things. Like brothers like Mike
Right.
Epps and them, they're gonna be B tier. Like I'm not
Right.
saying I'm saying he's not a legend or anything, but he's gonna
And
be
and and
B
that's a
tier.
fact because I like Mike more than a lot of niggas on that Mount Rushmore. But
Right. We gotta be
you gotta
honest.
be fair.
Right. So brothers like Mike, Cedric, Cat, you know what I'm saying? Like who else I can say? Patrice, you know what
DL.
I'm saying? As powerful as he was, you know what I'm saying, the
DL.
brothers on the manosphere shit, he not no Mount Rushmore. Like he don't got enough material. You know what I'm saying? Like and he
Mm.
came way after
Mount
these
Rushmore is
brothers.
like we all can agree. Like that nigga's up there. Like
Right,
no question.
undisputed. Like Robin Williams types, these George Carlins, these the
They
Seinfelds,
did too much. Man.
you know what I'm saying? Like these like Chris Farley types, like these are like
Yeah.
undisputed. These are undisputed types. When we start getting into like, the Bill
Yeah.
Burrs and Ralphie Mays and all that, they're great, they're
Mm.
legends, but they have
Mm-hmm.
their, you know what I'm saying, that's B
Man,
tier.
Right.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
where's
They
the
right
Jumanji at,
under
off
that.
man?
that beat here. Oof,
I got an idea to kind
my
of, because
nigga
we got to
Bird.
wrap up here in a few minutes, man. Rather than us go back and forth on like when we get to the everything, all things considered, but we just gonna do round table style. Like I'm just gonna go around, you know what I'm saying? Everybody give they four. When you consider all things, stand up being the
Oh,
foundation, but brothers branch off and they start doing TV, they start doing movies, they start opening restaurants and businesses and owning comedy networks and all these type of things. Who are your
Mm.
four? I'm gonna start off with Lucci.
I'll start with me. Then I gotta
Mhm.
Okay, let's
I
go.
gotta think.
think.
Black Star. Four. Your four off top of your head, man. All
Oh
things
man.
considered.
That's
God.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's tough.
I don't know why I still got. I'd say Kev number one.
Okay.
I feel
Okay.
like he did a lot. He's done a lot.
Okay.
Still doing a
Okay.
lot, especially with all these movies and shit that he be doing and shit. Like he in a movie
Mm-hmm.
like every week now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, damn. I put Eddie up in there still.
Okay.
I want to say I still put Dave up in there, but I'm trying to think of every comedian. I'm even trying to think of a few white boys too. Because then I still want
Okay.
to think like you would probably consider Jerry Seinfeld at that point. Fucking
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This ain't easy, man.
mm,
It's not.
no, it's
Not at all.
There's for
I
me.
had to really look up a list, like, and there's a lot of
Nah,
brothers,
that nigga
man.
Dave just prepared for a minute. He only really came back and still did comedy. So I don't know if Davis cracked that list with these other niggas. But man, who would I put fourth? I don't know. You know, brother got a few names out for shit.
Now I
I'll
gotta
give
save it
up.
for my list.
Yeah, I'll put my list on. Then I'll throw some names out there.
Niggas gonna be mad
I'll
at
throw
me.
Eddie. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Eddie.
throw Eddie Pryor.
Mhm.
This might throw you out for a loop. You know what I'm saying? But brother Red Fox. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's for sure. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
OG.
Consider everything he did. And last,
You probably don't
I'll
I
get
throw in
think
fired, right?
Robin, man.
I
Nah, I'll
don't think
throw
I
in
said
Robin Williams,
Bernie. I
man.
think Bernie and Robin. Not
Robin
no,
Williams,
Robin's
yeah.
dope. Robin's definitely dope,
Considering
especially all things
everything,
considered.
like,
Right?
Niggas
yeah.
gonna be
No,
mad at
Robin.
my list, man.
That's a
Uh-oh.
fact, Gio. I
I got a
already know
cringy
I'm
list.
finna get niggas mad.
Yeah, I got a cringy
I
list
probably
too.
say
Who's
Bernie,
next, man?
Seinfeld. Who I say? Bernie, Seinfeld, Eddie. What was
Eddie.
that last one? That first one I said.
You said Kevin Hart.
And
Yeah.
Kevin Hart. Right, right. Yeah, that'll
Okay.
probably be my list. Everything considered.
Okay, let's go. Thank you. Thank you, Blastar. Let's go with Gio.
All right, all right. Well, let me. We said cringy list, right? So let me start off with the OG. Everybody's OG. A little controversial. Let's go with Bill Cosby, man.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm about to say, man, you said
He
controversial.
innocent too. They
So
trying to
I'm
But
about
I
fuck
to say
over
gotta
my
I
go.
like
dog, man. My
Bill.
dog
I
Bill
like
innocent,
definitely up
man.
Bill.
in there.
They trying
Nah,
to fuck over
Gio,
my
double
dog
bar
again,
Bill's
man.
definitely up in there.
A
You right.
hey, man.
60-year-old chick, man. Come on,
You
man.
right.
Bill
Hey,
didn't do
Blue
that shit.
Nose. Come on, man.
Bill ain't
We got
do it,
separated.
man.
We got separated.
You
We got
right.
separated.
He didn't do it, Gio. I don't believe he did it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
He
He
didn't
didn't
I
do
ain't
it.
saying he
do
didn't do it. I'm
That
not saying he
nigga
didn't
He
do
did
it.
didn't
it, and
do
they
it.
got
I'm
the
just saying,
That
man.
settlement.
nigga
Lucci,
got
you
played,
crazy as
man.
hell.
But they talking.
He didn't do it.
Lucci, nah. The judge ruled in favor. They said $500,000. This nigga Bill said, "Oh, that's it, Bill, Bill,
Uh,
We're
Bill."
gonna talk about that in the band episode,
Hey, do
bro.
I
We're
gotta
gonna
run
get
down
into
the
This
that.
list?
band,
Do I
man,
gotta run down the
trying
list
to
of
get us
everything,
canceled.
man? Like Fat Albert, Bill Cosby Show, Different World.
right.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
he
Lil
for
Bill.
sure Mount Rushmore
He
Come
did a
on,
easily.
man.
lot. He did a lot, man. That nigga
We
double
even we
bar
talk about
Bill
the
definitely
movies,
up.
man. Even we talk about the movies. Ghost Dad. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, double
Mm.
pill Bill is definitely solidified. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah,
call him.
Double
Double
Pill
pill
Bill.
Bill.
Bill Wild Cosby. So
Double
number
pill
two,
Bill.
Double
number
Bill
two, I got
Bill.
Pryor. I got Pryor up there.
Oh
You know,
shit.
we all know Pryor. That's the OG. You probably
Right.
don't get Eddie without Pryor. And
Wait,
then I got
y'all aren't doing
Eddie.
like y'all putting everybody like we're not doing like unanimous like oh these niggas are god status like y'all are literally
No,
like
we're yeah. Everybody's got their own list, man.
oh
But these
okay
these
okay
are God status niggas to me. So
Hmm
that's why I
They are
can't
God
even like
status.
take them off this list.
mm,
So number four, I
hmm
got I said Eddie was number three. Number four, I
hmm
got
Pryor, he said.
like you can, these last two you can basically just switch these out. But me personally, I got Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle.
Okay,
Okay.
damn
not mad at
Okay.
that.
And this is like our own personal list of like
Yes,
in our
yes,
hearts
sir.
or like
Personal.
our
Yeah,
Mount
yep.
Rushmore.
My,
But I'm going
Man,
my
off
list
of
go
like
fucked
get
up.
Jerry
I'm
the
going
fuck
off
up out of
the
here, man. I'm
I'm
not
going off
doing
the
this, man.
criteria
I
Thanos
got two
said.
white
Yeah,
boys on
He's
my shit,
going off
man.
the criteria.
Because Dave is definitely on my Mount Rushmore list. If like we talking just everything involved, like
okay, okay.
I can go now.
You can switch him out, but they all got like they can punch to get in there.
Hmm
right, right. No, go ahead and let the next store
Let's
just
go,
sit on my
Cal,
foot.
I can go now.
Cal, Lucci.
All
Yeah, go
right.
ahead.
go ahead Lucci you good brother
Well, fuck. I got Richard and Eddie like everybody else, but the other two is I got Will Farrell.
Mm,
wow
Yeah,
okay
Pharaoh, okay.
okay, it's
Wasn't
different.
expecting that.
okay
Nice little
yeah
I
curveball.
love
I
the
let
laugh,
Lucci go
bro. I love the
first
I
laugh,
like
bro.
that.
I'm not
Nice,
gonna
that's
lie.
a nice
This is
curveball.
my list, not
Right.
yours. My list, not yours. You know what I'm saying?
That's
We're
it.
gonna do it like that. And then I got the GOAT, who I think the GOAT of comedy is, bro. Like just all the way around, bro. I think that's Jim Carrey, man. Like that's my
Okay.
GOAT, bro.
Not
That's my
mad.
GOAT,
Not
bro.
mad at that.
That's my GOAT. I don't think he
I'm
ever
mad. I'm
missed.
mad. I didn't miss.
I
I'm
don't
mad. I
think he
didn't
really missed. Like, you know, he don't miss too often, bro. Like, and he can show he can get serious just like Robin Williams did too. So like, you know what I'm saying? Jim, you know, Jim can get in all kind of pockets, man. I just think he'd go for that, dude, bro. That's mine.
Okay. I'll go. I got Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
I got Richard Pryor.
Okay.
I got brother Robin Williams. I don't know about the stealing jokes angle that brothers is trying to push on my man.
What this nigga?
I don't
Jumanji.
know.
Jumanji.
I don't know. I don't know who wrote the article. I don't know if that was really a quote from Robin. I don't know what's going on. But my boy got too much work, man. My boy got too much work, man. Patch Adams, Mrs. Doubtfire, Goodwill Hunting, Jumanji. Like he just got too much work, bro. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I got Good Morning Vietnam. I just got Robin Williams up there. This brother he did stand up, but like it wasn't like for a long amount of time. Bro, I got Keenan Ivory Wayans on there, man. My boy wrote my boy wrote we talk about Eddie Murphy's Raw. He wrote that. He wrote and co-wrote the 5 Heartbeats with Robert Townsend.
Classic.
He wrote and directed Low Down Dirty Shame. He produced Don't Be a Menace. He wrote and directed the first 2 Scary Movies, which arguably are the best ones out of the series, right? And then of course in Living Color, man. If you look at everybody who came out of In Living Color, bro, Jim Carrey, J Lo, Tommy Davidson, Jamie Foxx, his brothers, Damon, you know, Sean, all the Wayans. Like, come on, man. Yeah, I got Keenan on there, bro.
Yo, you mentioned Robert Townsend, and he's so slept on.
Robert Townsend is one of my personal just favorite people. But yeah, he's definitely dope.
Yo.
Yeah. Okay. It's on you, Cal. Take us home, man.
All right,
Oh no,
niggas gonna be
still gotta
mad.
go. Go ahead, go.
No,
Cujo, go ahead, bro.
No, I already went. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. My bad. My bad.
I'm gonna let Marabi go because I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to warn niggas. I'm gonna make niggas mad. I'm gonna make niggas
Go
mad.
ahead, Robbie. Come on, man. Get it over with, so Cal can get it over with, bro. Robert might not be. Go ahead, Cal. Fuck it. Robert probably not by his phone right now.
So
I
I'm
just
glad.
want to say I'm switching out Kevin Hart with Bernie. My fault.
I'm glad Lucci said Lucci laid the groundwork. Lucci said, "My list, not yours. My list, not yours." I got Dave. I got Bernie. I got Adam Sandler. And thus, to fulfill it, because I like comedians who could get serious, I do have Robin Williams, my nigga. I do got Robin Williams.
Nice.
That's me.
Okay.
Brother's throwing curveballs, man.
Yeah, who else?
Yeah,
Is that
but
everybody?
niggas didn't say Adam. Niggas didn't say Adam, so I'm like,
No,
Adam
Adam's a
might
good
get
pick.
punched on.
Adam can
Adam
talk
is a
to
good
niggas
pick.
badly.
Yeah, he can definitely.
Did everybody go?
I've never been like a super fan of Adam Sandler, but like he definitely well respected.
Boom, boom, not
Go for
listening.
show.
Yeah, Boom's not listening. All right,
You got
Marabi, you want to
Adam
go?
over Will, Cal. You got Adam over
Hey,
Will.
what up, man? Oh yeah, May dropped his in the chat.
You said
Maine?
Who we got?
He dropped his in
Me
the
had Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, and Bernie Mac.
fire.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at none of these people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You Eddie,
Brother Chris, but
Dave.
Okay. Did everybody go? Everybody get a chance to
What you mean by that, Sheriff?
go their bars? Do their bars?
I mean, we gonna dress down the band, man. But
All right. Well, yo, that is the show for tonight. Appreciate brothers pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the guests that we had earlier, man. Dave, King, Key, Neptune, Commodity, extra listeners that pulled up. You know what I'm saying? This has been another classic episode, man. Is We Pod, man. We out.